There you go, we've got 3 conversations on the go. Right guys, if you can give me an okay on video and audio, guys. I'm expecting that it won't be brilliant today. 5.5, all right, okay. Yeah, well, we've got a few high buildings, not too bad. We're in an open space. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ricardo. Thank you, Tapper. Yeah, we're just awesome. Thank you. Well, fingers crossed it stays with us. Hi, Judith. Hi, Dean. Hopefully we get a good stream today. We're in Jameson Street by, I think it's Edward Street, King Edward Street. I think it is. So, and we have. I'll just give you. There's Greg's up there. There's the O2. We're outside McDonald's and the EE shop. We've kind of started. It's a few little conversations. Harry hasn't got his banners today with him. No, Nottingham. Yes, Harry hasn't got his banners. They're a little bit broken. We're going to have to try and fix them. They've been steadily getting worse and worse since the Plymouth incident. And Lucy is... Well, I won't tell you what she's doing. She's putting something fantastic. Some of you might actually get it. Yeah, so let's see who guesses this one first. So, yeah. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so we've got one helper with us, Mr. Tony. I'll leave it at that. Sven's in a good conversation. We're trying to catch the footfall traffic on both sides, facing this lot that way and facing the banners this way. Hopefully we can catch as much footfall as possible, because we figured that people were walking through pretty fast.
Emotive subjects. Some have, some haven't. It's not really.
Sometimes it's nice being on the floor. People can come up and take a look at it. You know. Anyway, have you come across this before?
Aye.
Have you come across this before?
No.
No?
No, I've never come across it before. Or I sold the fruits there, sort of spinning ball.
By Eric DeBay, that one.
Say again?
It's by Eric DeBay. He's got his foot on it. 200 proofs. Earth is not a spinning ball by Eric DeBay. You can catch it maybe on YouTube and Odyssey and Rumble.com and all of them sort of sites. It's a fascinating film. I turned it off after 15 minutes when I first watched it. I thought, no way, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. It's stupid. I sat there, looked at my bedroom ceiling for hours, pondering, and my brain was doing its gears and all of that. In the morning, I had to finish the rest off and thought, oh, I desperately need to look into this. I need to do my own research. You know what debunk means?
Yeah, debunk, sorry, yeah, proof different.
There you go. So I went straight in, hell for leather, and tried to debunk. And yeah, no, I struggled. I really struggled. It is a difficult subject to get in front of. So we're out on the streets of the UK and we're asking questions, seeing public's response. In a world of lies and media spin, and our government's telling us, and other countries telling us so many lies over the years, did they only start in the last few years, or is it all?
That's what it's always been going on then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do believe the government itself is as corrupt as it gets.
Yes.
And they do go like, anyone that sort of goes out their way to prove different and expose as well.
Yes.
Then, well, you're hearing people are being killed all the time, you're hearing it.
Yeah.
It's just a way of silencing people and getting them to fall into line and comply. The minute you dare to step out of line and break rank, there's punishments to pay. Hence, the police come in.
Yeah.
You had to break rank, they come in, they silence you.
Yeah.
Comply.
There you go. Comply, that's the word, comply.
If you do as you're told and you break rank, there's a price to pay for that.
Yes. So if it does go back, maybe science and education, maybe somewhere along there, they've been lying to us as well. I mean, like, why would we cherry pick and say that? I mean, because that's just an extension of our government. You know, we're challenging them. We're putting everything back on the table and challenging them and saying, look, you know, we want evidence. We want proof of what your claims are. So this is a fantastic channel on YouTube. It's called Nathan Oakley and Nathan Oakley 1980. They do a thing called the Flat Earth Debate. Well, these guys, they're only asking 9 questions. 9 questions. Why is it so... we've just come from Cambridge and that. Why is it so hard for people to answer them 9 questions? Surely it'd be easy. Just 9 questions. Would you like to answer them, sir? Would you like to answer them? That's kind of where we're at, you know, like, because when you can't answer the questions, you kind of like, oh, let's insult whoever.
I work on a different sort of thing, like, I won't knock anything or criticise anything I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's the way I work. If I don't understand, I've got no business criticising it, making it
awesome. And it's respectful conversations. You know, let's keep it at that.
I'm not gonna. And even if I disagree, the way I look at it is everyone's entitled to their own point of view.
Okay, right. I'm glad you said point of view and not belief. No, that's even better. Point of view, because we come from a world of indoctrination and peer pressure at school and that, and we're taught to believe in Santa Claus and Tooth Fairy and all that, and then as we get older we're told otherwise, and that we were taught at a young age about the globe, and we, as we go through life, it was a given. Most of us never question where it is that we live. Do we live on the globe? You know what CGI is like. You've seen the Incredible Hulk, you've seen Superman. They look real. You know, like if you show an alien civilization, lands on Earth, and then we show them Superman and the Incredible Hulk on TV, why wouldn't they buy it? It looks real as you and me.
Yeah.
You know, so in a world of CGI and that, it's like NASA. What are they presenting to us? It says you go on their website. It's quite clear that these images, these are composite images. You know, like not photographs, just like random bits of data that not random, you know, like selected data, and they join it all together and create a what we consider a image. Look at these. Look at them. Why are they all so different? You can stand on, but why are they all so different? This guy here, he works for NASA. I'm not sure if he still does or not, but Robert Simmons, he created, you know, because when the iPhone came out, we all had a big globe Earth on our phone and that. He created that. And for Time magazine, he said he gets the layers and puts the clouds on there, the oceans, and so that's it. It's CGI. You've got there was another photograph of Earth as well somewhere. Oh, it was that one there. This one here, it's 1 year apart. Official on NASA.com, 1 year apart. America shrunk in 1 year. That's downloaded from NASA's own website. So we're suggesting that these photographs that have been given to us by the liars of NASA are just these are the guys here. This is NASA. This is NASA here. And this is basically what's called Operation Paperclip. These are all the Nazi scientists that we brought over after the war and formed NASA. That's NASA. And it's declassified. Read all about it. Operation Paperclip. You know, we're saying that all of this is kind of code, but this is the true lie. Of course.
What's the idea between the depiction of these then?
Yeah, so
I've got military history myself, so that's just sort of sparked my curiosity.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
I've served in the British Army and ex-infantryman myself.
Yeah.
I've been able to various tours.
So it's about compartmentalisation and that, you know, like the higher ups, the generals, the brigadiers and all of that. You don't get to know why it is that we're going into battle for a particular reason and that. Only what that passed down and told you guys and that. So with with the elite of the world that are controlling our countries, not our prime ministers and presidents and all that. They're just the puppet string, the puppets. You got someone. Yeah, I mean, so our prime ministers and our, do you remember what I said before, government full of lies and that, and they're passing down all this information, sending us to war and that, and do you remember like Blair saying about weapons of mass destruction? We didn't find any weapons of mass destruction.
Well, for example, when I was in Iraq,
yeah,
I was sent right over there. I went in Iraq in 2001 and 2002.
Yes.
And the only weapons of mass destruction we did find would never have even got off the ground.
Right.
There was no good to man or beast, that posed zero threat.
Yeah, yeah.
We spent more time patrolling oil fields than anything else, and it's just
That's strange.
Yeah, it's just. So when it comes to like people telling me the government's corrupt, I do believe it because how could it?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been arrested more times than I've got for speaking out against things and saying, look,
yeah,
it's complete bollocks and they don't like it.
Yeah.
And it's high saying, they don't like it because they have to release me, not NFA.
Yeah.
Because I'll fight their argument every time, and I'm one of them.
Well done.
I look at it as like you can sit there, you can.
So you got your eyes are open.
Oh yeah,
you can see.
I mean, like, how could it? Like, I hear of this all the time. People making mockery, and I sit there and think, well, I just sort of scroll past some people making mockery. Could I sit there and think, well, I don't understand it. I don't sort of.
Well, you might be. Well, no, you might be at my level because I tell you, it went way over the top of my head first time I looked into it. But just remember that one over there, 200 proofs Earth is not a spinning ball, and give that a chance in your life. Like it's
what I'll do is I'll take a picture of that.
Good
and then
stuff.
What I'll do is I'll have a look online.
Yeah. Please do.
Yeah, thank you very much. Take care. Is that the local paper? Yeah,
Awesome. I mean, and there's so many. It's such a big subject. There's so many reasons why it is that we're investigating and asking questions. One of the biggest ones is we see too far. This is the curvature calculator, and so there would be a mathematical formula. Like for.
There's a question that springs to mind for me.
Please.
Is when you get all the governments trying to sort of shut you up and everything, and so you say you're wrong and everything.
Yeah.
So my argument is why don't they sort of like the expressions like put up or shut up?
Yeah.
Is why don't they give you an opportunity to have to space yourself and then see it yourself?
Right. Well.
Seeing is believing.
Yeah.
If there's always existing that everyone else is wrong and they're right.
Yeah.
Why don't they show the proof?
Well,
we'll argue with that then.
We're stepping that up next year. That we're going to be asking serious questions next year.
That would be logic from my point of view. Well, I'll tell you what, seeing is believing.
Yeah.
I'll tell
There
you
you
what,
go.
if I go up to space,
think about the
nothingness
of it all.
This big drive you're telling me about.
Well, we've got other experiments that we'd like to do. Maybe go down to Antarctica. We'd love to. We can see a 24-hour sun in the north. We accept that in the north and that, but we can't see one in Antarctica. And the footage that I've seen Antarctica, I mean, there's hundreds of footage in the north, on YouTube for the north for the 24-hour sun. But in Antarctica, I've seen 3 bits of footage. I'll give you an example. One of them, you see someone going around looking at the 24-hour sun. He goes around, and by the time he gets here, we see the same cloud again. So it's the same cloud that was over here. We haven't really gone round. So they're kind of manipulating and editing this footage. And we don't have a 24-hour sun in the south. We may have daylight, but we certainly haven't got a 24-hour sun. We're just asking questions on the street, asking questions like we all should have done back in, like when we were going to war for all these, things. I think our governments they're too trigger happy, aren't they?
Yeah, that's not exactly wrong. They are too trigger happy.
Yeah.
Right, I'm not going to be rude here.
No, it's nice talking to you.
Likewise, and I shall definitely.
Yes.
I mean, I've got the YouTube. I've just subscribed.
You got that one, and you've got a leaflet there. Nice talking to you. Your name? What your first name was? Gaz and Jason. Nice to. Cheers. Thank you. Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, well done. And you were stuck in a conversation with someone, I see.
Yeah, I've given 3 or 4 leaflets out all, I think.
Well done. Yeah. It's just one step at a time, isn't it? One person at a time, and just even just being here on the street, and let's say someone might have a snigger as they walk by, and then they have that conversation with someone else later, and they go, it's a seed drop.
Well, that's the first step, isn't it? Ridicule.
Yeah.
That's the first step.
And that's fine. And it is fine because I know how. If I'd seen those guys here on the street, I know I'd feel the same way. Yeah. Yes. Okay, guys. So it's a little bit slow for anyone who's joined us anyway. We're in Hull. I was looking at that and I was trying to work out, does it actually say Hull? It looks like a H at the beginning, but I mean it could be a hull, but you know there's three ships, which is a hull of a ship. Or King Edward Street one. McDonald's outside, the E shop, Costa over there. We have and the O2 shops down there and that, and there we go. So we've got a little bit of footfall. Apologies if we lose the stream today. Got I haven't got a fantastic signal. I'm on about 3 bars, so fingers crossed we'll be okay. I'm not sure. Thoroughly enjoyed Nottingham. Hope you all watched that. If you haven't watched it, after this you can come back out and give that a go. Some good conversations in that one. Yes, we've been. I'm bursting to tell you something, guys, but I'm not going to. All I can say is next year, guys. Next year. That's all I'm saying.
I'm looking away, mate.
he's laughing. Yeah, we know something you don't know. So, and I'm really sorry. I apologise. I said I have to. I just want to give you a little bit of hope and inspiration that something's happening next year, and it's big, and I can't wait. But don't come out and ask me on the street. Don't comment and ask me and all that. You're not getting no answers. I just want to. I just want you to feel as though something big's happening next year, and it is. We will talk about it and give you the whole lowdown. Just after this tour's finished, we're going to do a group Skype between a few of us. And if you see that group Skype, you've got to get on it because something big's happening for next year. I'm itching. I'm so dying to talk to you, to tell you, but I'm not going to. I'll give it away. So you're just going to have to grin and bear it until, as I say, after the tour finishes, which is the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It could be the Sunday, but I need to speak to a few people first. But it could be the Sunday. It'll be, within a week after the tour finishes. We're gonna. If you see that, I will announce it far and wide, and hopefully you can get on. But make sure you get on that. Yeah, I can see tongues wagging now. No, I'm so looking forward to this, guys. I've been, my stomach's been upside down just thinking about it. Right, try and be respectful, guys. I see a few people getting timed out and that. Try and be respectful. The moderators will be respectful for you, as long as you're respectful. And we can all have a difference of opinion. Not a problem with that. You can ask questions. You can tell your arguments. You can say whatever it is that you want, but just be respectful, guys. That's all we ask. And that's all there is to it. Yes, thank you, Tapper, for the links, and Ricardo, and yes, thank you so much for everyone who's supported us. So really appreciate that. We've only got one more accommodation to get through, because the accommodations, it's not cheap. You know, like we're all in the house each time. So we've got 2 more days in for Leeds and Preston, where I'll be in the house for 2 more days. Well, for tonight and tomorrow night. So yeah, if you want to buy us a coffee, that will go towards that accommodation. It keeps us all together in one spot, and things become easier. Like you know, like we had Sven, Lisa, Dave, Andrea. They were all in the house, but we're kind of in the house. But me and when it's bedtime, me and Harry, we all sleep. But it's just nice to have a kitchen and wash clothes and just relax, you know, like for the evening instead of being, you know, sitting in your cars for, you know, like all that time, which we did at the beginning. So thank you so much for all your support, guys, because it really means a lot, and it's helped just, you know, fantastically. Yeah, so I think, you know, like if we can just raise a little tiny bit more, and then that'll go towards the accommodation, and then it's not so much of a burden on everybody else, you know. It's not so much of a burden. I've got enough for fuel, I'm okay. So I only have to get myself to Preston and then back home, and, you know, and I've got enough for that. All okay. And I've noticed that the prices, I haven't been watching TV for a little while. Just a cold water. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I haven't been watching the news for a little while, but I noticed some of the petrol prices the diesel prices have been going back down. So I take it, I guess that, are they taking some tax levy off fuel or something? Is that what's happened? Dave, Trinity. There he is. I'm not sure if he's going like, make sure you subscribe to Trinity 4. Yeah, we had a few people watching yesterday. It's a little bit on the quiet side here today. We had a few people watching yesterday, but it'd be nice if all of you guys subscribe to Trinity 4, subscribe to John Thor, subscribe to John Smith Global Eye, and then I've got to give a shout out to all the other names, as you know, like things like Nathan Oakley's Flat Earth Debate, and Nathan Oakley 1984. Wouldn't it be easy if you just put it on the one channel? And then the guys in the States, have to give a shout out to them guys as well. David Wise, amazing. Always pulling the plane. He needs to do a whole new series. And without any shadow of a doubt, Globebusters. I've learnt a lot with them guys over the years. Karen B, if you want a social bit of chat and some humour with Mark Sargent and that. So yeah, I must give a shout out. I know one or two of you may have had, because he's a CIA agent, Mark Sargent. So one or two of you may have had a problem with that. But just remember, he's brought more people into Flat Earth for us all to than most of us all put together. He's reached an awful lot of people. Yes, I do accept that a few of you may have a problem with. But I don't know. I'm a little bit more different. I like everyone, whether you think I'm naive or what. So, awesome. Now I'll look at this picture. Now tell me, does it look familiar, guys? How about that, guys? Did you get that? You understood what that was?
Sure they have.
Yeah, of course. Yes, there you go. So, well done, guys. How awesome's that? I'm looking forward to this one. Yeah, well done. And then she'll write a little message there as well. It will say, 52 miles away, should have 1,800 feet of curvature, hiding the tallest building completely. But you guess what, guys? It's a mirage. Yeah. Yeah, they're a bit on the quiet side. Come on, guys. Need a little bit more people. We thought we'd go here as well. There was people sat down. There was outside McDonald's. It's about the best footfall area. But yeah, you know, you can see people walking up to the banners and then doing a left or right turn. Yeah. So yeah, it's when you get videos that when we do stuff like this and we will edit them videos, they're not live, and you'll edit them and produce a half-hour video over a 5-hour day or something. It looks really interesting, but when you're live, guys, it's yeah, I'm sorry, you get the boring bits as well. Yeah, but rest assured, July next year, guys, just keep that in mind. Oh, lovely one, thank you so much. Yes, July next year, guys. You all need to take the month off. It's going to be a busy month. So. Oops. Right. I think Harry's got another another customer, I should say. Is he a flat earther or is he? I don't know. I've been calling everyone victims and I shouldn't. He's another customer. It's a lot cooler here today. A lot cooler. We got up to 42 degrees Celsius yesterday. 42. And here today, I think it's about 26, I think it is. So massive difference today. Oh, yeah, can't hear nothing there. So Nico King has just said, hey Jason. Hey Nico. That's on my messenger. So I don't know if he's watching on YouTube at the same time. All right. That looks like a good conversation. What Harry's having there. I get a feeling he's on board with a lot of things. So I'll have a chat with him in a minute and find out where he is at. It's like Harry's not pointing to a lot to the banners or anything, so it almost seems like he probably is a flat earther. We'll see. It's a shame Harry's not live. I'd send you to go and look at that channel right now. Lucy's getting some admirers. Oh. Where's all our customers? A bit on the slow side. Yeah, it's a tough one because, you know, like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 streets here that all combine together, but but not a lot of people stopping. Quiet day today. Where are we tomorrow? Leeds. Leeds should be better. Leeds should be better tomorrow. So, hope you've enjoyed. What's it? Dave out on the road. Been doing some amazing work. Reached a lot of people. Did you enjoy your trip to Surrey?
No, I did not. Yeah. We'll have a good laugh about that later.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're only out for a couple of weeks and 12 days and a day off, 13 days. But 12 days and a day off, 13 days. But Dave Manell there, Trinity 4, he's been doing this right away for a long time. You know, he's been doing it in Africa, in Portugal, and in Spain and that. He's been out on the road for a long time now speaking, and he doesn't always get his camera out. And he's always out there talking to people. Yeah. Need to watch out here. I keep seeing bird droppings all over the place, keep coming down. Yeah, I think we need to dodge. Look at the sky occasionally. Oh, I've got a hat on. I'm not going to look up. £100 fine for dropping some litter here. Only if you do, and walk away. Or if you go back and pick it up and put it in the bin, don't give them nothing. I'm struggling today with holding this phone, my right arm. There's a couple more days left to do. Leeds and Preston, thoroughly looking enjoy. Let's have a look at the banners for some of you who haven't seen all the banners. I know most of you have.
They want the binary system around the world. So there's no sort of middle ground. Nobody's sort of, which is where you get all the good ideas from, the middle ground. Do you know what I mean? See what I mean? Because you need that great middle. All the great revolutions that time always had.
I apologise. I copied and pasted and didn't do a spell check on any of this. So yeah, you will find that we're going to put down on a load of ants' nest there.
That's what I believe anyway. It's only a personal theory,
yeah, but many people said something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm down to Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, that's just 101, isn't it? It's on military intelligence stuff. You know what I mean?
There's a book that I've got it here.
Right. Yeah. Right, yeah.
Saying we have to up the fear factor.
Yeah.
Kind of people are complying individually.
Yeah. No. Well, this, I mean, you're talking, especially, you know, the controlling elite, as people have put it. That was always built in, wasn't it, from you know, the caste systems in Asia and India and all the rest of it, all to the European caste systems, to the African feudal systems and South American feudal systems. And those families have always tried to, you always have to get across the idea, if you take over us, it'll be worse. They have to, because otherwise, you don't give that message across, people will just come after you well. They're always going to
After the French Revolution, they learned to convince the people that they're control, that they vote for decisions.
Yeah, exactly.
But if all the parties are controlled by the same people,
Exactly.
it quells the rebellion.
Yeah.
They think control powers.
Yeah. But that's what we're ending up with here all the time. It's so it's become so manipulative so many layers that it's just so. Hi mate, you right? Oh wow. Same as that.
The mainstream media don't want to talk about. Neither we. That's why we talk about the stuff they don't. The stuff that our kids should be learning but aren't learning in school. Instead, we're told that we're living on water balls in space. Biggest load of lies ever. Water ball. Our Earth is supposed to be a ball, isn't it? With water. So, people are happy that the kids are learning that that's what we live on. It's cool for them, but I don't agree with it. Especially people's sponsors.
There you go, guys. That's what the banners are. These ones are to provoke a conversation about what's happening in our world, in a world of lies and media spin. In a world of lies. So that's to provoke a conversation, and it works extremely well. And then from there, hopefully we can get them to look at this bit. Challenge a few people and bring them over to here and pass them on to Nathan. And you can do the rest. Oh, I mean, we do hand out, we've still got a few cards left. We do hand out some of David Weiss's app. We've been handing a lot of them. We haven't got a lot left. We're doing well on that. So they'll all be gone by the time the end of the tour. We're handing them out. Awesome. So Tony's having a conversation. That's brilliant. Good. Oh, I think Lisa's finished. Lisa, was you not going to write? Okay. Okay. So she's just sealing it so it lasts a little bit longer. Hopefully that'll dry and it'll all still shine through, but I will come back and show you once it's all dried. Well done, Lisa. Right. And has she heard of it before?
She said that she's into aliens.
Oh, I see.
So I mentioned about extraterrestrials being
Yes. Possibly.
Yes.
Could be aliens, but not where she thinks they come
yeah,
from.
from I said that's upper space.
Yeah.
I said that's outer space, that way.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why, astronauts,
Yes.
nautical,
Yes.
space,
Yeah.
ships.
I never give that a thought.
Yeah, well, it's all in the
Nautical.
language. Space ships.
Yes. Ships.
So
Yes.
that's outer space.
Oh dear. It's all there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Astronauts, nautical. Yes. I'll read between the lines. That's the channel. Nathan Oakley and Nathan Oakley 1980. That's simple. This should be simple questions. I was in Cambridge the other day, and everybody coming out, you know, of the universities and that, and why do they struggle answering that? It should be so easy. What's that?
So fucking true, it's unbelievable.
You get that, do you? That's why we put all of this up, because there's little pockets that resonate so strongly with people.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's not good for business to make everyone healthy, is it?
That's the thing. Yeah, well done. Yeah, that's just a passerby, and I don't know if you've seen that. He was looking at the pharmaceutical industry. Yeah, he was looking at that. But which question do you think you can handle?
No, it's not. I'm not new to this, you know.
Oh, right,
The
okay.
thing is, I've got more memories from somewhere else than this, and I'm thinking, why am I here? How did I get here?
Right.
I wasn't like this.
Yeah.
But
Well, these are meant to be.
when I think about it, you know, the Truman Show,
Yes.
I can't seem to get anywhere. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And, it's mad. It's coming to me. It's
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah.
But something's happening really bad. And when I see all these people, I just see a lot of food for being.
Right.
You get me?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Can't,
Yes.
you know, believe anything. Anything.
Yes.
I've become homeless, right? And I've just got into a crossing, but I'm glad I did because I see the wealth what it really is.
Yes.
When I talk to people and they don't even touch this water, I think, you're not even real. You're not real.
Yeah.
I can't account for anything that's in the mind.
Yeah.
You know, I remember having more, like, you know, like, more access to my mind and seeing more.
Does it not seem like that in the past couple of years, where everyone's conformed to government demands, lock up, muzzle up?
I'm not too fussed about that because it'll be gone in an instant one day.
Hopefully, yeah. Well, yeah, but and then the next something comes along, and will they all conform again? Yeah.
Why is it? All they do is harvest gold and put it in bricks and store it.
Yeah.
You know the Anunnaki?
I've heard that. Yeah.
Well, first, to say that humans was created to learn how to mine gold and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because it's very precious to these aliens.
Right.
And I think it's collection day.
I got you.
Coming on, innit? You know?
Yeah.
Wonderful teeth. I didn't mean to say. I meant to say mate. Sorry.
That's all right.
I mean it like that.
Oh, you're fine. You're okay. Oh dear.
I'm smashed, man. I had nice teeth. I went on the fucking escalator, you know, right on the corner.
Yeah.
Smashed my veneer off on there, and I've damaged that one.
Well, I've damaged your mind. These aren't real. I'm fake now. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I feel like I've had a boob job. But
yeah, I mean, like I said, I can't go anywhere. I can't account for what's out there, whether New York's there and all that. I feel like I've been put into. I'm pretty certain I've been put into some sort of program to. I'm sure I got fucking cheated or something.
yeah. Yes, yeah. Put me back through the mincer, and can I be successful, wealthy, and wherever?
Oh no, I've had the shittiest time, mate. Honestly.
Yeah.
I've had this.
How long have you been homeless, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh well, I've been homeless all my life because this isn't my home. I'm telling you.
Right. Oh right. So are you not...
No. What I'm saying is, I've just realised that something's wrong.
Gotcha.
But
Gotcha.
But you know, from your perspective, I've been homeless for like 4 years.
All right. Okay.
But on and off, getting into hospitals, getting athletic, going wrong.
So you felt so wherever you've been, it's not been home. It's not felt.
I just see manipulation and control everywhere you go. There's no freedom at all.
Yeah, I can imagine the places that you've been in as well. Yes, do this, do that, being at this time, and
free will's bullshit as well. I can't just go up there. I can't go see that.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I
right.
mean? Yeah.
That's
no
right.
Free will,
It's an illusion. Yeah, I'll go for that.
And these people that quote the Bible, you know, all I've got in my head is find Lucifer, find my brother. You know, I ain't seen him for years.
Right.
And
Whereabouts do you think he is?
he plays games with me all the fucking time.
He's not in Hull though.
No.
Oh dear. How, is he about the same age as you?
He's my twin brother.
Twin brother.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So you have this strong bond, strong connection.
Yeah, but it's like I can talk to him in my mind, but I think to myself, is it just because... Nah, I don't know, it's pissing me off.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you've tried, make yourself known.
Yeah, like, these people that preach the Bible, I think to myself, have you fucking been there or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he's such a great saviour, where the fuck is he?
Yeah.
Look at all this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I think we've come from an indoctrinated belief system.
Yeah. Heaven's for immortals, I think. You know?
Yeah. Well, I don't have a problem with people preaching the Bible and researching that.
No, it's not a problem.
No, it's not. No, I don't mean
they
it's a
say
problem.
With
Yeah.
so much, what's that word? They say it was conviction. They say it was so much conviction, like they know it's.
Faith.
I'm telling you,
they're touched inside. I'm what you consider an agnostic. I'm not, but they've received something. They're part of something. Most of these people and that.
Yeah.
And hey, look, if it makes them happy and content and life's worth living and all of that, then yeah, kudos to them.
But I know it sounds crazy, but I think the only way I can escape this place is by crossing over and like destroying this body. I've jumped off doing my bridge and everything and tried to poison myself. I always wake up.
Yeah.
I've honestly, like I've had scans my inside to totally clean. I've swallowed loads of batteries. I swallowed this big tub of metal shavings, like all like copper and tin and zinc, gold, and from a little gold leaf from 100 years ago. I found it in my loft and I started eating. I was trying to poison myself.
See, I look at it a different way. I think that you and me are special.
Yeah.
And this is not coming from a preacher or Bible view. I think that we're special. I think that, you know, if you've got your ancestors, your mum, dad, their mums and dads, and their mums and dads, and you know, like we've had maybe illnesses and diseases back in the past, but their immune system was strong and they carried on, you know, like through the ages, and now you're here. And you're here to experience this world. You're here, that's all you're here for, to experience it.
I know when I get back home, I'll just piss my pants and realise that I was just... Because I remember being really poorly.
Right.
Really poorly.
Yeah.
And I think it's just to make me stronger or something, you
know? I think it is. Yeah. We all have these challenges to make you stronger.
I'm sound of mind, and if I had the body to match my mind, there'd be no stopping me.
Yeah. Well, that's a positive mental attitude. One step forward.
I brought my back when I took myself in the bridge, and then the police broke it about 4 months ago.
Right.
They just picked me up.
Right.
I didn't even resist the arrest.
Yeah.
I said, look, I've brought my back before.
And they didn't care.
Picked me up, and it reminded me of that black guy that, you know,
Yeah.
And he put his knee on my back, and it's all fractured. People say put a claim in, but I can't be. I'll leave it to the judge. You know what I mean? I can't be asked for them scenarios.
No, I get that.
Go to court.
I get that. Yeah.
I can't be asked. It won't take my pain away.
Yeah.
And it was just starting to heal, and a few days ago, I coughed, and it.
And you felt so you pulled something
like,
more.
Like a ripple cracking up my brain, and nearly. I was wanting to cry, but yesterday I was walking with a Zim frame. I've had some strong painkillers off my brain today. I feel like a drunk off them.
Well, this heat doesn't help, does it? You know. What's your first name?
Michael.
Michael, Jason.
Yeah.
It's really nice talking to you. Yeah, nice. And, this is a channel on YouTube. It's called Nathan Oakley and Nathan Oakley 1980.
Yeah, I was hooked on all this, like, hiya, where are you going? You got your money? Oh, good for you. Listen, keep it to yourself. Alright, love you.
A friend of yours, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, well done. Yeah, so we're on the street and we asked 9 questions. You know, like, it should be easy. 9 questions. And then, why does everybody struggle? Why do they struggle answering them 9 questions?
Well, the thing is, I question, like, a creator's point of view.
Okay.
I don't serve my creation. I don't, you know, like...
Yeah.
You know, how can I say it? He gives us all the tools, you know, the instincts, the strength. Some people are just fucking lazy, you know. But I think there's too many people at the minute and there's not enough love. You know, if everybody came together and cared for each other, you know, like when I sit, I've had to sit begging, you know, because I've become an alcoholic since COVID.
Oh, really?
I had my flat and I was drinking and drinking and
Yeah.
drinking. Didn't realise.
Yeah.
And I went without and I thought, I'm not going to drink today. Late in the day, I slid down my door and I had a fit. You know?
Yeah.
And I was well, I've had a few seizures. Some people say that they don't know that they've had it, but
Yeah.
I was fighting it, fully conscious.
Yes.
And and then the shakes, it's a really bad
I
feeling.
never got that bad, but I've literally, I'm 100% sober. I've just literally stopped drinking in January.
Yeah.
I was only doing like 4 or 5 bottles, but I did it every day for like over 10 years.
Well, it takes me a while to drink, ain't it? I don't even get drunk.
No, I get that. Yeah.
To stop that.
Yeah. Take it away.
Yeah. I don't ever get drunk.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the day, if I've had a few,
Do you think?
I'll feel a bit.
Can you see yourself getting to a stage in your life where it'll be out of your life, gone?
Well, absolutely. There's a reason why we're putting these chemicals into this body that we don't even know.
Yeah.
We're starved. We're just forgotten.
Yes.
Yeah, we just thought, well, I know what happened, but the picture isn't clear. It's like that there.
Yeah.
It shattered in my head. Like my story. And like my memories, I'm thinking, right, that one goes there,
Yeah.
I'm working off instinct, but I get a little flash of it. But I know what I'm doing, and the picture's not complete, but I've got a good idea.
One day at a time, eh?
Yes.
One day at a time.
Right, Jason, nice speaking to you.
Yeah, it's really lovely speaking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it was a nice, friendly chat. Yeah. Let's see what Lisa's right. Let's see what she's done. She still doesn't do NASA's lies. Chicago skyline. And then she's writing. Yeah. You might need to highlight it. Can you actually draw back onto it afterwards? Just fading away a little bit, isn't it?
Can do.
Yeah. Just a little bit fading away. But
I tagged you in that picture as well.
all right. I'm terrible with names. I forgot his name already, that guy. Dear me. I just got sidetracked looking at Lisa's drawing, and then I've forgotten his name. But yeah, bless him. He's well, he can first step. He can admit that he is an alcoholic, homeless. But yeah, very pleasant. Oh, Harry's getting some conversations in. It's okay, isn't it? It's quiet, isn't it? Yeah, I see quite a few people, but they're not slowing down, are they?
No, plenty of people now, but
Because unless you actually stop them in the tracks and put this right there,
Yeah.
we did that in Torquay. It was so quiet, and we literally put all our banners scattered all over the water, and they had to walk on them or walk around them. And
I suppose a lot of people will be on the lunch breaks, won't they, as well?
yeah, excuse me. It took my head off, that did. Yeah. Right. Okay. A little bit quiet today, guys. Not much you can do about it. It's Michael, was it? Michael. Thanks for that. I'm so... Yeah. Thank you for that. There he goes. Sven just started a conversation. So, all right. And Tony's got into a conversation here. Well done. Good. Now that should be easy. It's not. It's really not easy. It should be.
It will be easy for future.
So this is Nathan Oakley's YouTube channel, and he's only got 9 questions. 9 questions. Now you tell me, Why should that be so hard to answer them questions? Go on, try and pick one out. Do you think you can do one? That'd be interesting if you could find one and go, let me go your way. It's important. I always say that if you've got any idea on any of them questions, get on his channel.
On YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, and say, look, you know, I've got an answer to question 4, question 5. I've got an answer. You know, like make sure you swat up first. You know, you've got to swat up. You can't just like turn up empty-handed. Yeah. But I mean, like, I don't know if they seem logical to you. Any evidence to the distance to the sun? So we are told it's 93 million miles away. And when we question these guys who are telling us and say, you know, how do we get to this evidence? And you'll find that there is no evidence. You know, like, so you'll struggle on that. So if you do a bit of Google research or whatever, find the distance to the sun, see what evidence there is, and then see how did they get that evidence and what supports that evidence. And then when you find that there is no evidence, then are we not told that a BS? We're told BS, aren't we? We must be. So we go to the next one. Any evidence to Earth-based axial rotation? Basically, can you feel Earth moving? We're meant to be spinning around at 1,000 miles per hour. Here, about 700-800 miles an hour or so, up here where we are, we're in the north. But can we feel it? Because I don't know if you've seen them people balancing them pebbles on top of each other, making towers. And, you know, does all that rotation, does it kind of make them fall over? There is, you know, like, so again, if there is evidence and you've spotted, you've done some research, you've been on Google, you've got your research done, and you've got your proof, you know, you can cite where all your sources of information come from, get on this channel, because we're here to learn.
Yeah, I'll be on our channel now.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
Cheers, buddy. All right. There you go. Just bringing some people over to Nathan's channel. There you go. There you go. And Sven's got stuck into a conversation over there. You're right.
Yeah, but the perspective thing again.
All right. Okay.
How come I can't see to the end of the world? That's nonsense.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that, because that seems like a legitimate question for people. And I'm not sure if I would have asked that one, but yeah, it seems legitimate.
I told him the undeniable fact of water was finest level. And I said, have you been on a ship? I said, yeah. What of it? He says, well, it's always, I said, you can't. He says, if you're on a ship in the middle of the ocean, and look round. I said, it's not convexity, it's at your island.
Yeah, it's a hard one, isn't it?
I said, when I go to Bempton Cliffs, I said, I'm over 300 foot above the ground.
Yeah.
Look out, horizon's at my eye level.
Yes. Yeah.
You can't see beyond that unless you gain height. Yeah. They walked off and I said, as soon as you gain height, I said, you get further horizon, but still at your eye level.
Yeah.
That's the limit of your vision.
That's it.
Sometimes when it starts to kick in, they walk away.
Yeah, that's what it is. I think you've just triggered him on a little itch that he may have, and like you know, but fingers crossed.
I showed him this.
Oh, did you? Awesome, can I?
You know where it always goes to your eye level.
Yes.
So that's a solid ramp.
Yeah.
You can't see through the ground.
Yeah.
You can't see through the ground.
Yeah.
So anything beyond there.
Oh, I like that. That's very clever. That's right, because the ground will reach up to your eye level.
And that's opaque. You can't see through it.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
So anything beyond that starts to disappear bottom first.
Yeah.
Unless you gain height.
But what's it? The angular resolution means that from the eye height to the top of the building, that angle is greater than the eye height to the floor. So this is where you get like your distortion, your compression, below your eye level. That's where that happens. So because there's more angle above the horizon level than there is below. And basically that happens with the sun. Where does the sun go? It's exactly the same.
Well, like I say, this ramp here,
Yeah.
it's opaque. You can't see through the
No.
ground.
Yeah.
So anything that's beyond there,
Yeah.
that's the vanishing point, because
There's more air density, you know, like for that. So that's the pane of glasses, isn't it? Because you're looking through all of this air density. Yeah.
because I've been doing this for quite a few years.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
You know, my hobby's bird watching, and I've used scopes and for decades.
Yeah.
I mean, that's off-grid Bay.
Yes. Okay.
That's magnified.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't bring that back.
No. No. No.
Because people say you can bring boats, but you can't bring them back.
Right.
Unless you gain height.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of misleading, because if I didn't have the camera, and therefore I'm using my own eyes, I cannot see a boat. There is no boat there, but that's due to perspective. You know, like, so there is no boat there. But when I zoom in with my camera,
I could see that boat.
and then I can see it.
Yeah, I could see that with the naked eyes.
Yeah. Okay. But then that's down to atmospheric conditions on the day, isn't it?
It's like
Yeah.
when I went to I went to see a rare bird at Anglesey.
Yeah.
December 2018,
Yeah.
and I noticed a wind farm. Now, because it was December, the temperature of the sea was more or less the same temperature of the air, so there's no heat here.
That's right. So
There's no heat here.
there's less distortion in that. Yes.
And that's
Yeah.
that one blown up,
Yeah.
and there's no mirroring. There's
No.
because
That's good.
because of the
Yeah.
temperature.
Yeah. But then that other picture explains it. The ramp going up.
This is the ramp.
This is the ramp.
So,
Yes.
So
Once you've reached your eye level, the horizon.
everything starts to
Yes.
appear to drop.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. It's just understanding this lot for other people and trying to get that.
It's easy to
Yeah.
understand
It is.
perspective.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Oh, awesome.
I've looked at this for years.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it, yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah.
So you're 100%.
On board. Governments lie. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, everybody's running around.
And how far? And have they just started this last 2 years or so, or does it? They've always done it.
I was arguing with my dad the other
Yeah.
day. My dad's a proper dog.
Yeah.
And I said to him that, I just said to him, I said, do the passports, are they flame retardant? He's
Yeah.
like, what are you on about? He's
Yeah.
like, oh, you're talking about 9/11.
Yeah.
And I split it all down, but nobody's willing. It is cognitive dissonance, isn't
Yeah.
it?
No
So,
one's willing to just let's have a discussion about it calmly, respectfully,
Yeah.
and then let's go through what is the
Yeah.
facts.
Bloody
Yeah.
crying box, we call him.
Yeah.
Brian Cox gets real emotional about it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Said to him, like, what do you think about flat earth? And he's like, well, all these people, and he gets real upset, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Dickhead,
Yes.
isn't
Yes. How long have you kind of been onto this?
he? Since 9/11.
9/11. So that was your.
9/11, it's been like a journey.
Why didn't I get it? I didn't get it 9/11.
Did you?
No, very late me. Bought everything. They sold me and I bought and I ate everything.
Yeah,
I was very
Yeah.
content. I think it was like 2016, 17, 16 I think it
Yeah.
was. And just slowly started getting
Yeah.
it in the wake into
Yeah.
it.
Have you heard of Neil Kramer? Have you
No.
heard of him?
No.
So he's like a spiritual sort of teacher. And
Okay.
there's a fantastic video online.
Yeah.
It's called The Staircase of Disbelief.
Okay.
So he talks about, like, the first one is JFK wasn't shot by Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah,
It was the
okay.
CIA, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Then he goes up the
Right. So we're up in the conspiracy level.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I think once you start, you can't stop, can you?
No.
You have to go
That's
right
right.
to the top.
That's right.
You know.
Yeah.
So it's some crazy.
So we go straight into this, and you're like, that's
Yeah.
the flat Earth side. I don't know if you come across Flat Earth Debate with Nathan Oakley.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's the science part, and
Yeah.
he has 9 questions, and he asks them at the beginning of every show, and people fail. Why can't they ask their 9 easy questions?
Yeah.
You know, and why do they fail so miserably? They really do.
Yeah.
We brought this one out here. This is more of the lies.
Yeah.
What's going on today? What's going on in the world around us? And I just had one guy come up and he zooms straight on that, and he goes, yes, I get that. You know, like, and people, a different subject will resonate with others more than others.
I mean, this guy.
You just brought that up immediately, but yeah, so you know about Klaus Schwab?
Yeah, he needs. You seen that picture of him on the beach?
Go on. Oh yes.
What is that about?
Yeah.
He's like proper evil.
Yes, yeah. Well, it's a cross between Masonic and evil, isn't it? You know.
Yeah. Have you stumbled on Sheep Farm?
No.
They're fantastic. So Sheep Farm, they do these blogs or like podcasts. A look at everything. This guy does this real deep research. So he started pulling apart sage.
Yeah. Are you okay on camera, or should I keep it away?
Okay.
Yeah, fine. Sorry. Yes. Yeah.
So he started pulling apart sage. Started looking at everybody involved in sage. All of these people are all interconnected. They all eat shit and piss in the same places.
Yes.
They all look after each other.
Yes.
Talk about loads of stuff. Sheep Farm, fantastic. Absolutely brilliant.
Is that a website or YouTube or?
Yeah, just sheepfarm.co.uk.
Okay.
I think what they do is they put some videos on YouTube, but they're more like adverts to get you to go.
Links to. Yes.
Yeah.
Harry here does exactly the same. Yes.
Yeah. And they're absolutely brilliant. They
Oh wow.
deep dive into
Yeah.
all sorts of stuff.
Yes.
Like looking at the second.
Right, that's awesome.
But people are starting. I think people are starting now.
Yeah. Well, I hope you're right. I hope the fact that, you know, if we go into another lockdown, another muzzle thing this year, will people be less inclined to put them on? This is the test now.
I didn't wear a face mask once. I didn't get any vaccines. Listen to all these idiots justify why they're getting a vaccine. They just normally they just want to comply, don't they? And I will not comply.
Well done.
Not.
Well done.
You know, like in the past 2 years, I've been all over the world. On planes and what have you. But I've never taken a test. I've never even put a swab up.
Well done. Fantastic. Awesome.
Not interesting.
I mean, look at that. You got one with a mask and one doesn't have a mask. It makes no sense whatsoever. Later on, they'll be sat on a settee together, you know, like, and what's the point? It doesn't. There's no critical thought there whatsoever.
Absolutely. So my mum, she's an ex-midwife and an ex-nurse, and at the minute she's doing a master's degree in occupational health.
Okay.
So she's got access to all these, you know, all of the journals, all the medical journals, and they cost a fortune to get access to. And I said to her the other night, I said, has viral transmission ever been proven? And she's like, well,
he's really on board, this guy.
I was like, she's going.
Yeah.
It does exist because I.
Well, but let's try and find it together.
Yeah,
that's right. Let's hunt it down. Has it ever been proven?
It's never been proven.
No.
And I've never seen one.
Yeah. Dead cells.
Dead
cells.
And they're not. They just see people are brainwashed, aren't they? Well, I'd like to be brainwashed, if that makes sense. Because you've still got all these prejudices about things that you think, and when you look at it, and you're like, well, actually, that's a load of bullshit, that, isn't it?
Yes,
you know? And we just went to Poland a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
We went to Auschwitz. I just had to keep my mouth shut.
Right. Yeah.
We were in bars, and I was like speaking to people, because you could get arrested there.
Wow.
You could get arrested for
speaking out of turn.
You know, saying anything that's not
controversial.
The narrative,
the political correctness.
Yeah. So like at Auschwitz, there's the train tracks there.
Yeah.
And I'm stood there and I'm saying, who's laid these? Who's done this? And they're like, oh well, I said, was it an American company? And they're like, oh, this guy, you know. So yeah, you have to just watch yourselves.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna get to it. What's your
name? Jason.
Adam. Nice
Adam. Yeah, nice.
Have you got you on YouTube?
Yeah. Sorry. Yes, I am. It's just trying to, you know, I've got nothing with. I can give you a leaflet, and you can. Oops. On there.
Yeah.
Oops, that one there.
Yeah.
it'll be populated and filled next week. There's some links there, but
Oh, right, cool,
the
yeah.
globelive.co.uk will be populated with all the links on there later.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
Nice to meet you.
Cheers.
Yeah, take it easy.
Awesome.
Stay safe.
Cheeky sod. Stay safe.
Which you always do, of course.
Yes, make sure you all stay safe.
I noticed the
He was telling me about no virus that's ever been discovered anywhere. There's no proof to one. Yeah, so awesome. Yeah, so Adam was great, wasn't he? I liked him. There you go. Let's have a little look around. It's a quiet day, isn't it? Yeah.
Are you an artist, sir?
Yeah.
Don't you do any like pictures? Is this the only thing you do? Are you a bit of a Banksy? Are you a bit of a Banksy?
Well, you could say that.
Right, you've had a good few conversations.
Yeah, you have as well.
I've had one or two nice ones, pleasant ones. I thought it was quite touching speaking to the homeless guy. He was, wow, that was a nice, respectful, pleasant conversation. Not like the last one I had where he smashed my camera out my hand. So I was kind of worried at first, and I thought, I hope you're going to be okay. You know, but he was.
I always had quite a positive interaction with the homeless people.
Yes, right. I don't know. Well, because I told you about my story of trying to give a sandwich to a homeless person not so long ago, and he wouldn't take it. It was a brand new sandwich straight from Subway, and I didn't want any handouts whatsoever. You know, oh, it wasn't just a sandwich. You know, it was a bottle of drink and all that, and yeah, not interested.
Usually gets a better quality service somewhere else.
Maybe it was Subway. I knew I should have gone to McDonald's. Yeah, that was in my kind of like hometown, and it surprised me, that did. Yeah, just trying to be friendly, and then I was going to have a chat with him, but he was quite angry the fact that I bought him a Subway sandwich. So. Right, so yes, it is a quiet day today. Fingers crossed we might go closer. We might go a bit, may leave a little bit earlier, and we'll see how the day goes. Had a few technical problems trying to find car parking spaces here. That was a bit of a challenge. In one car park, no spaces, into another car park, and then it's too expensive. Well, let's just so we're a little bit late today. Look at this, it's awful, isn't it? I don't even know what it is I'm looking at. Are they lights or are they cameras? Because they're all pointing to the ground. And then you got them ones over there. Oh, you got some here. It's really weird. I can't place what the hell they are. They can't be cameras, or can they? Let's say there's like two lots over there. I mean, there's a camera there. I don't know what they are. I don't know if you've seen anything like that before. Very odd. Yeah, I mean, it could, yeah, preemptive crowd control something or other. Imagine them, all scattered all over the country. I haven't got it. I mean, to me, they look like lights, but I mean, they must have cost, like, I don't know, for a pole like that and all them lights, they must have cost about, I don't know, about 25, 30k each. It's like, why? It's so odd. I'm going to have to ask a shopkeeper or something if they know what they are. Yes, so Leeds may be a little bit busier tomorrow. Look forward to Leeds tomorrow. Ooh. And And then we're going to wrap it all up the following day with Preston. We've got a few guests coming out to share Preston with us. So look forward to that. I don't know if Adam Meakin's joining us. Be good if he is. I'm not sure if he is though. I'll have to speak to him later. And I do want to speak to him. Adam, if you hear this, I will give you a call later. I've got some things to ask you. Ask of you. So we'll sort that out later. Don't you dare phone me up now. I'm live. So there you go. Lisa's just had a nice conversation. Yeah, so Lisa in her hometown, she's had a huge battle with the authorities and the council officials with doing street art on the pavements. She's gone through. Yeah, she's gone through a right battle trying to do street art, and it's all been positive now. She's actually in one of the council officials' magazines, and they're promoting Lisa's artwork now, and she's allowed to do it everywhere all over Glastonbury now. She's considered a proper artist. She's a real artist, not one of them fake ones. I was just telling them about you being in like the council magazine and that. Yeah, no, that's fantastic. That. So they're not giving her a hard time no more. And she, how long did your battle with them go on for?
Well, it was kind of about 2 years, but that's because I started off by chalking poetry and articles on COVID. And they didn't
Yes, of course.
So I gradually toned it down.
Yes. Now, right, I don't know if you heard that, like she's been having a battle with the council for over 2 years, but it was all kind of like COVID related, and it was really raw. And so she's toned it down just a little bit, and now they love her to bits. They've said if they've got anything happening, any exhibitions and all that they'll give her a heads up, and they want her over there doing something. So, right, I'm walking, and there's nothing happening. My feet are hurting. So I do a bit of that, bit of Deliveroo. Just Eat and Uber, only temporary. It was meant to be only temporary. I did it just for Christmas. I did it for 2 months. I finished my job, packed in my job, and just before Christmas I wanted something else for 2 months. And what I liked about it was I can work today, right now, here in Hull. I can just turn my app on, and I can do some work here in Hull. But then if I want to take a week off, 2 weeks off, and go and do some activism, I can just decide and do it. So it actually appeals to me, the convenience of it all very much appeals to me. But I'm just about to start a new business. I sold my motorhome, I've bought all my equipment, I'm about to start. Just need a little bit of property. So or as soon as my daughter leaves, and I said she's getting a house very shortly. As soon as she leaves, I might have a spare bedroom I can start off without any bills. Well done, Lisa. That'll get them thinking. They're reading it. I wonder if it twigs. Yeah. Oh, they're talking to her. Awesome. And we've lost Harry, so I guess has he Has he found a victim? A customer? Has he? Where is he? Ah, he's probably just having a break. Yeah, probably just having a break. Okay. Right. I mean, we have been to very slow places. I don't know if you ever caught me in Oakhampton. Me and Lisa were in Oakhampton once, and it was about one person every hour that was passing by. It was so slow. But, so how long have you been collating and researching yourself? And
Well, I realised the Earth was level back in November 16.
16. There's a lot of people in 16.
Yeah, so it'll be 6 years this November.
And if you don't mind me asking, did that start through YouTube or anything? Was that
My brother.
It was your brother.
He told me about water.
Yeah.
I couldn't deny it.
You tried to challenge him at debunk?
No, because I know how it behaves.
You get that. You got that immediately.
Straight away,
Yeah. Mm.
But then he mentioned about we can bring a ship back into. And I thought you can't.
Yeah.
Because been doing bird watching for years. I can actually see a Bridlington. I've seen plenty of boats through my scope disappearing. So I thought so I've studied perspective because
There must be a reason, yeah.
So I've studied perspective quite a lot.
But there's more to it than that. It's more about as well is the distance that we're seeing these things.
Oh, yes, yeah. I mean, it's like I'm 6 foot 1 feet, so my eye level's probably about just under 6 foot.
Yes.
So I shouldn't be able. When I'm looking out to sea, I shouldn't be able to see further than 3 miles.
Yes.
So I'm 6 foot.
Yes.
So I shouldn't be able, but I can see a lot further.
Yes. Yes.
So I say to people, you should be able to see especially when looking over water.
Yeah.
You should not be able to see more than 3 miles.
Yeah.
I can see probably 15 miles.
Yeah.
So, until it ramps up and blocks everything off.
That's right. That's right. So something's wrong even on their math or whatever if they want to use that.
Well, it's like this. You've got to look at the Earth curve calculator, which tells you straight away it's mathematics, it's language.
Yes.
It's not Earth curve measurements. It's a calculator.
Yes.
Which isn't scientific.
Okay. Yes. It's
calculated.
It's
not measured. It's calculated.
Yes.
It's like.
No, I get that.
Yeah. It's like before I came here, I looked at Hull's latitude.
Yeah.
And its latitude. Then if you go on the latitude Earth rotation calculator, it tells you what speed Hull is spinning at. It's 615 miles an hour.
Is it?
Well, look at Bridlington's latitude.
Yeah.
Look on the Earth rotation calculator. It's 610 miles an hour. So it's Hull spinning at 5 miles an hour faster than where it's come from in Bridlington.
Yes.
But there again, you see.
Yeah.
It's a calculator. It's not measured.
Yes.
Which just tells you straight away it's not scientific.
Yeah.
You got to look at a calculator.
Yes.
Not something that's been measured.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get that.
Yeah. People get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
None of that's measured. You see, it's calculated.
Yes.
It's that language again, is it?
Yeah.
Language.
Yeah.
Everything's language based.
Yeah. Yeah, this is I put all this together within my 6 months of trying to debunk everything. And then obviously I would change an awful lot of things now. This is my old one. I don't know if you've seen the Globe Lie Euro one, which is slightly different again. That was a different banners.
Yeah, when you first came out, you didn't bring this.
No.
So I mentioned you read it out in the chat actually.
Yeah.
So I said, "Where's your globe? Where's your globe?"
Yeah. Yes.
Globe Lie.
The way I look at it, I feel like my job is to just bring people to the discussion.
Yes.
Bring people to the discussion, any means possible, get them to the discussion, and then once they're into the discussion, get them to do their own experiments, their own things.
Because it is a discussion.
Yes.
It isn't a debate.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. It's funny that because me and Harry were talking about that earlier on this morning. it is a discussion. For me, debate's over. That's finished. The debate is over. But it should be just respectful discussion between two people now. Yeah.
Well, you agree on first principles. What's always fine.
Yeah.
Once you agree on first principles, then you discuss.
But that didn't bring me into flat earth. That was.
No, I see what you mean.
Yes.
I know what you mean, but
It's the same with that wall over there. You know, like there's one part of it that. So it will trigger someone, and you know, like, and they'll react to a particular part of it. It might be 9/11, it might be the pharmaceutical, but there's something there. It's exactly the same with flat Earth.
Yeah.
You know.
What I meant was though, there's no two sides.
Yeah.
There isn't a globe Earth, so there's no debate.
Yes.
You see what I mean?
I get that. Yes.
There's no dichotomy.
Yeah, there is no debate. Yes, I get that. But
so if people, before they get into it, you can't debate it.
Yes.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I don't think you're going to convince a ball head.
Oh no! It's just that, you know.
But I get that.
When I see this.
Yes.
Because I was putting in the comment section, you know, because you were mentioning it. I kept putting it in the comment section.
Yeah.
There's no debate.
Yeah. I get it. I get it. Yeah. But let's just keep it to it. That's his name of his channel and all that. That's what he does. Although it's not the name of his channel, he uses his name, doesn't he? But no, but I think it's got its place. They do fantastic work. It's got its place. So many other channels and all that, they've got their place. They reach a particular crowd that other people don't reach.
These are other photographs I've taken from. I took these in May actually.
Okay.
I took that one at the tide line, and it rose up about 3 foot.
Yeah.
See what I mean? And then that was taken at the tide line.
Yeah.
And then
it rose up again. Yeah.
Look at all this that was missing.
Yes.
Because it's that ramp which blocks everything off.
Yeah.
And like I say, when I did it in.
Well, I see that with the sun. That's how I explain the sun.
Well, with the sun.
The same thing's happening. That's coming down and.
Yeah. But because that's the ramp there.
Yeah.
This ramp, but the sun's actually going down. It's probably 6,000 miles over here.
Yes.
But this observer can only see there.
Only up to that one. Yes. So but the problem is this sun's still coming down to the perspective.
Yeah. But it's blocked off by that.
And then that's blocked off.
Unless you gain height.
Yes, that's right. And they do, they send drones up and stuff, and then they can say, oh, there I can see it again. But only for a short period as it goes further away into perspective again. Yeah. No, it all makes sense.
What is
So we'll leave. Okay. All right. Okay, so Nathan Oakley's channel on YouTube, and Nathan Oakley 1980.
I've seen some things, mate. I mean, I've watched a lot of shit.
Oh, good.
And I'm a conspiracy man myself.
This one's hard though.
It's hard because there's a lot. Some of the shit, like, literally you can't explain it.
Yeah,
some of it, you can.
Well, these are just 9. You would think easy, simple questions.
Do you know what it is when? You know, the one thing that really got me, I fly a lot.
Okay.
And when they said that it should be constantly pitched down to account for the curvature.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Which does make sense. I mean, but that guy who thought that laser fucking gyroscope and proved himself wrong. So
no, that was what it was when they were doing the documentary and that.
Yeah.
At the end, he actually did come up with an explanation what is that 15 degree and they edited that part out. They wouldn't have anything to do with that. You never got the rebuttal to that, you know. But there is. I think basically they were referencing. Oh dear, I sound like a broken bloody record. But anyway, all I'm saying is that they edited that didn't give that rebuttal.
I think
it was unfair.
There is a hell of a lot to look at.
Yes.
I see something the other day where there's the ice wall, and outside the ice wall there's the other.
Yeah.
There's the other.
Well, I mean, whether it's an ice wall or even a shoreline, a beach. I mean, water has to be contained. We know this, and even a beach, you know, like a slow gradual, you know, like beach, you know, shoreline, that still contains
I
like
tell you
water.
what, I don't believe in the space station. I think that's a lot of shit.
Awesome. But tell us why.
Because you can see you've seen the videos.
Right. Yes.
You can see it. They're moving about
Green screens, wires.
Yeah. You can see it. It looks so. The thing is that I feel like they used to be better at it, or just the technology is now better with the cameras.
Yes.
It's easy to pick up.
Yeah. This is our understanding screens and you know that side of it
Before
works.
it was down to specialists.
Yes.
And now you can do it on TikTok.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You can do it on your phone.
Yes.
So I feel people like it just getting a bit used to it now.
Yeah. No, I get you there. So, what about the moon landing? Where are you on that?
Oh, I don't
Is
know.
it tough on that?
Yeah. I mean, I was always a big fan of watching the films and stuff.
Me too.
And like Apollo 13.
Yeah, loved it. Oh, that's my favourite film. I've seen it about 20 times. Loved
Every time
it.
it's on Film 4 or whatever.
Yeah. I can't now.
Yeah.
I'm sick as a dog. I've seen it. I can't unsee stuff and.
I've seen Buzz Aldrin literally say to somebody.
Yeah.
Did it happen?
Yes. The kid. Yeah.
I don't know whether he was referencing the space program, like why it didn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
Or why.
Odd though, wasn't it? It was just, it was either out of context or.
That's it. I think context is when you get in.
Yes. But it was odd. But one of the telling signs for me is before when they were interviewing and all that, they're all happy and giddy and we can't wait and we've done all our training and they just can't wait. They're buzzing. And when they come back, they look shell shocked. Yeah. They look as though someone went and murdered their family and said, if you open your mouth, we're going to kill the rest of your family. Yeah. Something just changed.
I maybe thought there might have. I don't know if there's a moon. I feel like there's got to be something there because we're seeing it.
Do you know about the temperature of the moon? It gives off a different temperature of light. Have you looked into that? So we're told that the sun, the heat of the sun and the light of the sun bouncing off the moon, and then provides all of our our light. That's what we're told. The problem is, right now, we can measure the sun, and the sun's given heat here. If I measure that stone, heat here on that slightly colder in the shade there and that, yeah. The opposite way around, when the moon is on this one that isn't covered, that's actually colder than what's in the shade. It's the total reversal opposite. This, I think you may have noticed when we've got a full moon, it's a chilly night. It's quite cold. And if you get a temperature thing, you can put a laser temperature on, and it shows that it is. And well, why aren't we taught this at school? And it's something that you can measure and test yourself. I always say never listen to the guy on the street. He's just it's bad enough and listen to a guy propped up at the bar talking about politics. So never do that.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes I've got a good point.
Yeah. But no, it's something you can investigate and you can. I think these laser thermometer things are about 20 quid or something.
Yeah,
it's something you can try. Try
it.
You'll find this is odd.
Yeah.
But you've got to kind of do it different ways and that. To make sure you get a proper read. And we are not told this stuff. Yeah.
I always like to keep an open mind because we are told some shit.
This is what this wall's all about. It's about, in a world of lies and media spin, do we trust and believe our government?
JFK asked for all the records from NASA. 2
Yes.
days later, it was assassinated.
Yes, and all the data and all that for the Apollo 9s, they're gone. Yeah. It's all disappeared.
Yeah, and that was 10 days after, and then he was assassinated. That poor lad who fucking got took all the stick for it.
Yes.
He's the fall guy.
Yes.
So,
Yeah,
just goes to show, doesn't it?
there's so much going on. What was your name? First name?
Aiden.
Aiden?
Yeah.
Jason?
I'm Jason. I want
Yeah.
to take that man's a call.
No.
I'll take a photo of that.
Yeah, please take a few, but definitely get that channel. It's a great channel.
Hey, I watched some shit on the night. So.
All right then. Nice talking to you. Cheers, buddy. Yes, I don't know. Any of you glow believers and you don't know about that, you check out. Don't be so bloody lazy. You know, like go and get a thermometer and check that out for yourself, and then ask yourself, why aren't you? That's amazing. Why aren't we taught that in school? You know, stop being lazy. Well, that's right. I've been out at sea, and you know that you get a full moon, and that it's colder. The temperature colder. There you go. So I'm not sure. Tony has talked to people before and that, but he's doing well. I don't want to get in the way of his conversations and that, but well done. He's come out to look at this. Lisa is on a mission. These chalks were kindly presented to us by the Adam Mears. So thank you, Adam. You're gonna. Yeah, I was going to say thank you, Adam. You're going to now get Lisa into all sorts of trouble. Yeah, come on, guys. Don't need to be timed out. You just need to be respectful. So yeah, be respectful, and the moderators won't time you out. They won't kick you out. But come on, guys. We can. We're just out on the street. If you don't like what you hear, or if you don't like what you see. God, it's not as though that YouTube doesn't have enough channels for you to watch. There's loads of stuff that you can enjoy. You know, but yes, peace and love and respect. Let's have some respect there as well. Peace and love and respect. I'm all conversations with people with a difference of opinion. Not a problem. I've seen Harry. He came out to play and he's disappeared again. Ah, he's all the way up there. He's having conversation right the way up the street. So he must be. What was it? If Muhammad won't come to us, then we will go to Muhammad. I think is that saying? I'm not. Something like that. But that's where he is. He's getting his own customers. Anyway, again, I'm putting a call out. I want to know what they are. They look like lights or something, but or I don't know. It's just odd. There's 4 of them. I'm going to ask these people here. You know, I'm going to ask someone. Don't go away. I won't have you on camera, but I'm dying to know this question. What are they?
Lights.
They are lights. They seem so expensive for what? I mean, like they're probably like, what are they, like 25, 30 grand per pole?
Probably.
And like, you know, you would put that here.
Oh, are they lights and cameras?
You think the cameras as well?
Yeah, because you've got the thing there, and you're saying about the cameras.
Well, you have got a camera here, though, haven't you?
Yeah.
But it just seems. I mean, like, do you have?
They look like more like lights to me.
Yeah, lights themselves, cameras like that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, do they do some sort of special events in the? I don't know.
Maybe they put it on at Christmas time.
Christmas time, yeah, maybe. It just it seems so expensive, like for 4 lights like that. You know.
Maybe if it's trouble, lights it
Well,
all up.
you know all the business rates that you guys have got to pay. I'd ask for your money back.
It's for them.
It's for them. All right, thanks a lot. Yeah, so they think they're lights. Oh, wow. There you go. That's my inquisitive mind. I'm always curious about something. Oh, I think I need a drink of water. Let's go and have some water. Oh, yesterday. Oh, the liquids, the water that we went through yesterday. It was a phenomenal amount. Is that my water?
Yeah, but it's not that. You know, they want us to think that.
Yeah, it could be that one.
They really want us to think that we're on a spinning ball in space.
Is that my water? Yeah, it might be. Let's see. Yeah, it probably is. So I don't like nicking other people's water. Oh, we'll have a look at that when she's finished. I'll show you that in a minute. Yeah, so we've got a couple of special guests coming tomorrow. So I look forward to seeing you. They know who they are. I won't shout them out unless they say. But so looking forward to seeing them and seeing them for a while. And then we got more special guests coming on Friday, which looking forward to them as well. Yes, that's right. It could be night vision. Yes. But again, I mean, like they could be. Well, you got two facing over there. Anyway, enough of them. Because you got a camera over there, camera over there. Yeah, I always feel as though that it could be a little bit more discreet with cameras and that, and you know. Oh dear. Yeah, oh, it's lovely here. It's just the right temperature. It is, it's not hot. A little bit concerned for the next couple of days. We're meant to have showers tomorrow and a little bit of rain the next day. So, fingers crossed they've got it wrong. Yeah, fingers crossed. Got some, please. Couple of bobbies. Hopefully they're not gonna. Oh, that there's no. That she's not offending someone. Okay. Okay, so you would have to assume by that it's a-okay to do chalk drawings. That's what I would assume. Have you finished yet, Elisa? Okay.
Because it's long, so,
Yeah. Oh, right, you said so. Good. Oh, we've got to wait a little bit longer for that. Right. What's going on?
They're all basically just puppets on the street, working for ultimately the devil. Ultimately the devil.
Satanic worship.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. Ultimately, the elite are just
handshakes.
pyramid scheme. You go higher up, but they all worship the devil. Man.
And we never see the ones in charge.
That's it.
Because why would they show themselves?
Rockefeller.
Even beyond him.
Even beyond them.
Even beyond
Yes,
them.
yeah.
Absolutely spot on, mate.
Yeah.
Absolutely spot on.
Right, take care.
Yeah.
Have a good one. Well, there are fears around. I mean, it's all
Well done.
we know that anyway.
Well done.
Yeah, see you later.
Yes, see you.
Okay. Tell us.
That's unbelievable, that.
Go on.
I live in Bridlington, and he used to live down the same road as me.
Okay.
He didn't recognise me.
Right.
I vaguely recognised him.
Yeah.
But he's on board with it.
Really?
Yeah, I'll give him a leaflet anyway.
It's mad, isn't it? You just don't know who you bump into and.
Well, he's open.
He's open-minded to check into
yes,
it. Yes.
Well, he knows it's we've been right.
Yeah, I think that's what it has to. It has to start there, and it might not start in flat Earth first.
No.
It might be just accepting that your government lies to you.
I mean, realised about the shape of the Earth.
Yeah.
I heard that a lot of people got into it through investigating the banking crash.
Okay.
Of 2008, a lot of people got into flat Earth through the banking crash.
Yes. Yeah.
So there's all sorts of.
Lots of
prompts.
avenues to get to this.
Prompts, yeah.
Yeah.
Some people it's 9/11, some people it's
Yeah,
some
yeah.
people it's this COVID thing.
Yeah, mine was the what's it? The straw man, nature of the cage, the free men of the earth, free men of the land. That was my entry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, started realising how money is made, where money comes from.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. That was my entry, and then Dave Murphy let me down and talking about flat Earth. Totally let me down in such a big way. Yes.
I mean, it's a life changer, this subject.
Yes. May I ask you about your family and that? How have you been with talking about this? Family, friends?
Well, my brother introduced me to it, so when I see him.
Did he get stick first time, or first when he kind of learnt about it?
Well, he was into all. Everything on here, like 9/11 and and I said, you're mad.
Okay.
I said, why would they do that to their own people, like 9/11? But
now, do you think you were trying to critically think or defend?
Well, I mean, in those days, I was, I used to be right space junk.
Yeah, defend space, defend. Yeah.
But once I realised that
water.
Well, I needed to remind. I knew how it behaved. I just needed reminding of how it behaves.
Yes.
And because everybody knows how it behaves.
Yeah, of course.
I just need reminding.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, it doesn't support the image in their head.
Yeah.
So therefore, they're defending nonsense.
I'd love to have seen that conversation with your brother once you kind of clicked.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you apologised to him.
I did do. I did. I have done a couple of times since.
Yeah.
But see, once I realised that, then because I realise everything else.
Things start falling away, don't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because like at school, I did geology for 3 years.
Right.
And when I realised that dinosaurs didn't exist, I thought, right, that's out the window. So ego's totally gone.
Yeah.
What ego?
Well, maybe not totally gone, but it's in control.
Yeah, it's sort of like.
Yes. I think that we all retain a bit of ego.
Yeah.
I like to say that.
But I dropped the ego.
Yes.
And just accepted the truth.
Let's talk. Let's ask questions.
Well, that's the main thing. People do know how water behaves.
They do.
They just need reminding.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what happens when they'll say to you, "Yeah, but gravity"? Because I know how water behaves, but then they can't evidence it. They can't prove it.
No.
But that's their go-to on an answer. But gravity.
See, I didn't even go there. When my brother told me about it, I didn't even go to gravity because I just thought.
Yes. Yeah.
I've never seen water bending.
Yeah. Well, for me, with today's technology and what they can create and build and all that, if gravity's such a thing, you can build a replica of this. Surely they must be able to. Mass attracting mass. Bending of time and space.
Nonsense. It's just religion. It's just stories.
Stories agreed by others.
In fact, if you get the story and take ST out of it, you get theory.
Theory. Yes.
So theory comes from the story.
Story. Yeah. And then his story.
His story. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But I mean, as regards gravity, you can get. I just tell people to get 2 rubber balloons.
Yeah.
Drop them.
Yeah. Okay.
Hi.
Can I have 2 of these?
Yes, sure. Yeah, I'll give her one of mine as well, if you can do that.
Thank you.
Yeah. I've got another one there for you as well. Awesome. Well, I think someone's awesome. I like that. We just had someone come to ask us for leaflets for literature. Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I tell them to get two
rubber
balloons and drop them.
Yeah.
And because they're denser than the air surrounding them, they'll both drop
They'll
to the
fall
ground.
to the floor. Yeah.
I'll say fill one with there.
Yeah.
Same blows, fill one with there, and it still drops to the floor.
Yeah.
Because it's.
Could I have another one?
Yes, of course. That's okay.
Because the.
Only if you ask each other questions. Good stuff.
Yeah, fill one with there, and it still drops to the floor because it's still denser than the rubber.
Yes.
Is still denser, so it still drops to the floor.
Yeah.
And I said, now fill the other one that originally dropped to the floor.
Yeah.
With helium.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it overcomes.
Sorry. I am. I'm not recording you. I'm actually talking to this person here.
And all of a sudden, it overcomes the weight of the actual rubber of the balloon and starts to float.
Yeah.
So that demonstration totally debunked gravity.
Yes. Yes.
Because those original balloons.
Yeah.
Fill one with air.
Yeah.
One helium.
Yeah.
Debunked straight away.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And there
Or
you
if
go.
you fill one half with air and half with helium, it'll just hang.
It'll stay. Yeah.
And it's called. That's called buoyancy neutral.
Yes.
It's not called gravity neutral.
Yeah.
It's buoyancy neutral.
Yes.
And that's how submarines work. That's how they can hang in the sea.
Yeah.
And I say to people, if a submarine's hanging in the sea, buoyancy neutral.
Yeah.
And it puts its rudders level.
Yeah.
Keep going in a straight line level.
Yeah.
So if it's 60 foot below the surface,
It should start rising.
After 10 miles, it'll come out.
That's right. Yeah.
It's the same with airplanes, with gyroscopes.
Yeah. Have you watched Flatlanders?
No.
They talk about radar and microwave millimeter, and it's the same sort of principles where you can see, these microwave millimeter connections. They can do it over 200 miles. Where there's meant to be this huge 26,000 feet, hump in between, and it's meant to be line of sight. So yes, it's fantastic, and these are experts in their field and military personnel, and brilliant.
Well, it was only, was it 1946? Was it Arthur C. Clarke who brought out that book with satellites?
Satellites.
That's where it first. I mean, they were using radar during the wars.
Yeah. And they should have realised back then. Yes. Yes, of course.
Yeah, if you get your perspective, like I say, when it ramped up and you can't see through the ground.
Yeah.
Heat haze just masks what's going on.
Yes.
They say, it's refraction. It isn't refraction. You need a totally different medium to get refraction.
Yeah.
Heat haze is just the air shimmering.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's refraction, they say it's.
Why does it always bring it up at eye level? I say.
Well, it's just the way your eyes work, isn't it? Because you're looking through curved lenses.
Yeah.
Everything comes in a straight line, so something further away.
Yeah.
But until when you're looking at something down at the head, your eye, it's just geometry of vision.
Yes.
Power lines never meet, but perspective makes them appear to me.
Yes.
People want to get.
Well, I think we kind of need something. We kind of, so that we all learn together. We're all on the same. We've kind of got one. That's what the internet is, isn't it? We are connecting through the internet. We've kind of got a Flat Earth Academy, but I think we need some books to, for people like me to dumb it down a little bit. I think some of it's just a little bit technical over, different pieces. We don't get it all. Not all of us. It's complicated stuff, some of it.
It's like the moon. People see a full moon.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be fully lit because it's surface.
Yeah.
Any shining light on any ball, you get a hot spot of light and it dims towards the edge.
That's it. And it's not.
But it's not.
Not.
And you only ever see that way.
Yeah.
Because the last question is about the moon.
Yeah. And why would it be bright?
Why is it fully lit?
Yeah.
Can't answer that.
There you go. Awesome. Lisa's getting on with that. A gentleman just stopped here. So he's going to have a Tony have a conversation with him. I see you. What's it? Getting your victims up and down the street.
Yeah, going a bit further afield.
Yes, that's it.
That gentleman there is good to speak to.
Yeah.
I think he's awake to it all going on.
Awesome.
Oh, he doesn't want to be on film.
Okay. Awesome.
Scotland.
Yeah.
More interactions you've had? Was that a positive one?
Yes. Yeah, I guess so. Yes. Yeah.
What about the Italian young girls? Were they interested?
Yes. They just come back for leaflets and that of it all. So they are discussing it.
I approached them, but they said they had to be somewhere. But they're still sitting there.
Yeah. That's because they want to be on camera. Stop walking around with a camera. Alarm bells. Yeah, I just see the money they spent on these. I'm guessing they're lights of some description, but there's 4 of them. And it's like, you think of how much something like that would cost.
Are you sure they're not?
Well, we were discussing this before, and we were discussing it. Like, are they crowd control? Are they lights? Are they infrared for?
It must be, because there's so many of them.
Yeah, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense to be lights.
Right under Wi-Fi.
Yeah, very odd. Very odd. Yeah, a little bit slow. Where are we on time, guys?
10 to 3.
10 to 3. Well, we were going to wrap up about 4 o'clock. We might wrap up about 3 o'clock for... It's not that busy, guys. Yeah, a bit of a shame. I say Tony over there's... he's within the conversation. Awesome. I like newcomers coming and taking control of the conversations. Yeah, I love that, because we've all got to start somewhere. He's not new to speaking to people. That's it. Run, walk away. There's a question there. Are you one of them flurfers?
Hey?
You one of them flurfers?
Flurfers slash dropouts slash tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorist.
Are you?
That sort of flurfer.
Are you?
Well,
The thing is, most flurfers that I've met are more educated than the globies that have been insulting the flurfer.
Yeah, because the fact that we don't insult shows our level of integrity and education being well beyond theirs already from the get-go, doesn't it?
Okay.
That's before we even go into academia, and the fact that we know their models better than they do, which is ironic in itself.
Yes. No,
and yet
true.
we're the ones that get mocked and laughed at. Well, yeah, because of their unknowledge themselves, the fact that they're not knowledgeable around it, we kind of find them out.
Yeah,
it's true. Why they get all embarrassing and start laughing and mocking us.
It's true.
We can't help it that we're knowledgeable and they're not, can we?
Yeah.
You know, it's just one of them.
Yeah.
With his head expanding as he tries to get out of the precinct. No, you're right though, yes, on a lot of levels there's information missing there, isn't there, with a lot of people. Purposely, of course. Omitted.
Oh, my feety are hurting. Very tired today. 2 more days. 2 more days, guys. And then I can get back home, and a few days later I can tell you all what's about to happen next year. Yes, we got big plans. Thank you, Dr. LA. Yeah, always appreciate a pat on the back. Always do. Yeah. Yeah, I think you guys, you've been out there on the road. You've seen what's like. One of the best, we were talking about this morning, one of the best things that we ever did that we thoroughly enjoyed was Amsterdam. We had, what's it? Oh, there's a ton of us from all over, you know, from over Europe, from the UK, from America, and there was loads of us. And you know, a crowd creates a crowd, doesn't it? And I went round the crowd, and I could see everyone was, you know, like knee deep in a conversation. It really was spectacular. One of the best times ever that was. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Oh, well done, Astral. And hiya, Astral. I haven't heard of you from a little while. You've probably been watching. I've just not been seeing the chat. But yeah, all right, awesome. Nice to have you here. Yeah, thanks for that, Dr. LA. I was very much inspired from. We don't really hear a lot of him. He's not out on the street no more. It was Ernest, someone. You know, like I forgot his name, but was it Peterson or something like that? Ernest. And I used to watch his live streams. Him out outside some of the. Is it like universities or something? He was amazing, fantastic. But I think I liked Ernest and that, but yeah, but so we'll leave it at that. Yeah. Brother Ernest, yes, that was it. I was trying to think something like Preacher Ernest or something. Yes, I was very much inspired by him. That and Harry. Yes, Harry. As far as I'm, you know, like aware, I used to watch him go out and do some of the interviews. I used to watch Dale from Beyond the Imaginary Curve, but I was inspired by Dale as well. I think he did some fantastic work. I'm not inspired by Dell no more. But yeah, in the early days I very much so was, yes. I think Harry says it quite often, you know, we all inspire each other, don't we? We've got some of the guys out on the streets doing activism. We've got some of the guys like Globebusters and journalism and David Weiss. We've all got a part. We've all got a part, and we're all doing a fantastic job. I knew some of you Globies. I never know. When I say Globies, Globeheads, and all that, I really, honestly, I don't mean it with any insult whatsoever. And I think you've got your part to challenge us, because you're challenging us, and we should be challenging you guys, but bloody know-it-alls, aren't you? You're not. You don't. You come from a belief system. You're not being honest with yourselves. Yeah, and that's all, you know, what we've been asking is truth. Be honest with yourselves. Come at this with an open mind, and find out all them sources where all your beliefs come. Challenge yourself. Don't be a sheep. Harry's gone over for a conversation. They're all you got all the kids over there talking about. Ben's just gone into a conversation over there. Yeah. It was on the news. It was Chicago skyline. It was on the news and in America, and it could be visibly seen from 52 miles away.
Wow.
Which, if we live on a globe Earth, it's meant to be impossible to see. With this is the circumference 25,000 miles, where there should have been a 1,800 feet of curvature in front of it. So the highest building, or that shouldn't have been. Maybe the very tip of the tallest building might have been able to see. Yeah, we're asking. We see too far. That's the point. We see too far, and we've got so much evidence. There's a guy called Jay. I mean, that's 52 miles, and if you go on YouTube, you can see this. There's a guy called Jay Tolan. He's got an infrared camera, which cuts through all the haze and noise and all the thick atmosphere. He's got images there that we can see too far over 126 miles. And again, it shouldn't happen. It's not supposed to happen. We see too far. So we're out on the streets, asking questions, going around the UK. We've been to Cambridge, we asked them questions. We've got like these are 9 questions here. Yeah. It's on YouTube called The Flat Earth Debate by Nathan Oakley. It's 9 simple questions. Yeah. And the people of Cambridge, they can't answer them.
Can't answer it?
Can't answer them.
Yeah.
And it should be simple. Come over and have a look. I know, come over.
Behind you, did you know about all your rights that you have in terms of common law?
Can I just have a look? So number 1, any evidence to the distance to the sun?
Okay.
Well, haven't they just figured that out with this new telescope, the James Webb?
Yeah, but I mean, we can see the sun with it, but you can't get a distance reading from it. So we asked for the evidence. They say it's 93 million miles. They've had loads of different calculations over the years, but now it's 90 miles.
Yeah, but you see, but when you're out on a boat,
yes,
and you're in the middle of the ocean, yes, you have to do a circle.
You have to.
A circle to see round.
Yes. Yes.
360 degrees.
Yes.
So you can see the horizon as it goes round.
That's right. I do a lot of sailing. I do.
Yeah.
So yes, you can see a horizon.
Yeah. But it's 360 degrees. You can't go flat.
It can't go flat because remember, you can only see, let's say that if you put a figure on it, let's say that you can see 10 miles. Let's say that you can see 10 miles. But if you can see 10 miles, and if I can see 10 miles, and if I can see 10 miles, I'm creating my own curvature.
Yeah.
And, well, it's only because that you can't see past that thick atmosphere. Yeah, a bit like being in a swimming pool. You can see your hand in front of you, but you can't see at the end of the pool.
Yeah.
A little bit like that.
Yes.
Ask questions. Start. There's a great video to start with. It's called 200 Proofs Earth is Not a Spinning Ball.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube, and give yourself, because when you were a child, you knew where you lived. You lived on the globe Earth. You knew it, and then as you went through the years and you were presented and that, you never challenged it. None of us did. It's a given. It's like the air we breathe. It's just a given. And we're saying everyone. Put all these questions on the table.
Yeah, but the air you breathe comes from the ocean anyway. 70% of it.
And the trees.
Yeah, the
right, yes, yeah.
The ocean gives off most.
Right, algae and things like that, I get.
Photosynthesizes with the phytoplankton in the ocean.
Right.
So that's where most of the oxygen. It's like the Amazon people.
So you've learnt some stuff. I don't know if you learnt this at school or if you've learnt this in life now.
I've learned it in my life. I do a lot of stuff for ocean conservation, so it's
gotcha.
like primary.
Ask questions. That's all we need to do, all of us.
Everyone's a scientist if they want to push the brain.
We're all scientists. I've been saying that. We're all scientists.
It depends how far you want to push your brain.
Yeah.
No, people think the Amazon gives us all the oxygen we breathe because it doesn't even provide enough oxygen for the life that lives in the Amazon.
So it's mostly from the sea.
It's mostly from the sea because there's tiny plants in the ocean called phytoplankton.
Yes. I've heard of that,
what
yes.
What happens is they live on the top layer of the ocean surface.
Yeah.
And they soak up energy off the sun.
Is that where we get the solar luminescence and that? Because I've been out there, I've seen it. It's all lit up all round my boat.
The bioluminescence.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah. That's when the microorganisms clash together.
Yeah.
It causes bioluminescence.
Yes.
But the phytoplankton soaks up all the sun's rays.
Yeah.
And then the byproduct that it gives off is
Yeah.
the oxygen.
Yeah.
Everybody needs oxygen to
We
breathe.
do.
Every second breath you take, that's where
Yeah.
it comes from.
Yes. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, yeah. But anyway, just remember that on 200 proofs. Go on, give it a go.
All right, cheers.
No, nice talking to you. Yeah, I never really give it a thought where all the oxygen comes from. I guess that probably fits. Phytoplankton. Isn't that what she says? The lady on who talks about matey, I forgot his name. Robert Simon. So when she talks about it, it's artistry, and I think he puts the layers in the clouds and he puts the phytoplankton layer on there as well. I'm sure she says something like that. So that's where all our oxygen comes from, according to that lady. But I'll have to double check that because it sounds correct, but I don't know. These guys are here. Look at this. He's taking pictures of everything. He's going to do a bit of research. You leave him alone. He's got to take all these pictures. Awesome. Look at this. He's going through the whole lot. That's what we need to do. Ask questions. So I'm part of this. Yes.
Can I just say something?
You can. You really
Bearing
can.
in mind I'm a person of science.
Yeah.
How, if we can't prove that the world's round, can you prove it's flat?
We see too far.
What do you mean?
I'm
half blind, so you're...
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's fine, it's not.
Yeah.
It's nothing to worry about.
No. Yeah, okay, so we see too far. Let's say, for instance, there's a guy on YouTube called Jay Tolan, okay?
Yeah.
He's converted his camera into infrared, and that infrared cuts through all our thick atmosphere. So like you know, if we're in a swimming pool, I can put my hand in front
And you'll see it, but if you put your hands far away...
Awesome. So he's got camera evidence there of footage of over 126 miles away. And of course, there would be a big hump, a big body of water, you know, like in between that big body of land and that. And there isn't, you know, like, so myself, I did my own experiment. I live in Devon. I stand on, there's a little pier in Brixton, stand on there and I look out to sea with my camera. I zoom in and I can see people actually walking on the beach. It's 17.5 miles away and there should be over 50 feet of like water in front of me. Should be covering, you know, like as in a earth curvature and that. There should be that much water. That's based on, you know, like, you know, the maths, you know, like earth curvature calculated maths. There's so much evidence. If I say, I'll throw you one more in. If I stand on the beach of Calais and look at the White Cliffs of Dover, it should be 50 feet of the highest peak is what we should be able to see, 50 feet. But I guarantee you, maybe not you, I'm sorry, if I stand there and if I look at the White Cliffs of Dover, I should be able to see, I can see Dover, White Cliffs of Dover in its entirety, everything.
Right.
And you're not meant to. So
why are we not meant to?
Because
this is a big selling to you. We're not meant to see it. Why are we not meant to see it?
Well, there should be. Can I come bring you over here? This is what we call the Earth calculator.
Yeah.
Okay. So there should be a huge, big body of water. Sorry. Let me grab a leaflet. This one here. This is looking from Blackpool Promenade, and we can see Snaefell. 2,500 feet should be hidden. This land in the distance should be below our horizon level. Should be low. This is Calais to Dover. I know you're going to struggle a little bit, but Calais to Dover.
Yeah. You can also see Dover to Dunkirk as well.
Yeah.
That way as well.
This one at the bottom is a long distance, one of the world's longest distance photographs, and you can see that land it's over 273 miles away, and 3 miles high should be hidden and hiding all them mountains in the distance. And The only kind of like excuse that we're coming up with is refraction. Refraction's bringing that up.
Happens all the time when you
It does.
Refraction happens when you look at anything. But can I? So you believe that everything's with your eyes?
Not
is
believe.
The way you see it.
Not believe.
Right, you know, sorry.
Okay.
Mistake, right, so we've got different beliefs. So
Yes.
I believe.
Okay.
No, right, we'll go that way.
Right.
That everything you look at is as it is. Yet when you look into the actual thought of the eye flips everything you see. So as far as I'm aware,
It's upside down.
Upside down.
Yes.
So I have the ability, because I'm blind, if I look at this eye,
Yes.
my eye doesn't flip it.
Okay.
So I see things upside down at times.
Oh, right.
So at the same time, you're on about the fact that it is like that and that you shouldn't be able to see it. But because of the way the earth is shaped, or I believe the earth is shaped.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It is shaped in the cylindrical, in the circle.
A sphere,
That is
yes.
where you see it, but you don't see, like I do see the point in with the obscurity of the globe. You should see around it.
Yes.
But it's only because the eye can see it.
Yes.
Same as your eye can see your nose and it ignores it. So
Okay.
your eye can ignore certain things.
Yes.
So it's whether we're trained not to see it or whether we are.
All right. Okay. That's a good line of thinking. That's a
You're going to have
fantastic.
a hard time with me, I will be honest.
No, it's a good line of thinking. But what we find out is when I look at this land 17 and a half miles away, the people walking on the beach, people are telling me that refraction is lifting them people up exactly at my eye level. Okay, that's where they're lifting them up. And then at sort of like when we see stuff at 50 miles away, at 60 odd miles, 50, whatever, 65 miles away, refraction again is lifting it up at eye level again, not higher, not low, but at eye level again. And these long distance photographs, 126 miles and 273 miles, it brings it up perfectly to eye level again. This refraction, it's so selectful, it always finds the horizon.
Right. Okay, yeah, fair enough. That is a fair point.
Okay.
However, I get the refraction, but at the same time, have you ever thought that you're at the highest point of where you are? So say, for example, you're here.
Yes.
Or you're here,
Okay.
and the other people are actually higher up on the globe than you are, or you're just higher because you're on a higher point of that certain place.
Okay. But if we take it to water,
Yeah.
its level, and we'll always find its level.
Yeah,
Okay.
water's weird.
So you're right. So water. So regardless of our observations are taken from, we always take them from water mostly, so that we can get a proper measurement. Like from water. If 71% of Earth is water, then our observations are pretty accurate.
Yeah.
But there's so many other questions.
When it comes to science, like I'm forever of the fact that scientists can be forever proven and disproven and everything like that.
Yeah.
So I get where you're coming from. But at the same time, it's like my dad always used to say, what colour's the sky?
Yeah.
Well, technically it's not, it's an empty space, but it's blue. How do you know it's blue? What if the first person got it wrong? So I'm very open to the everything's different from people's opinions.
I'm going to give you one more. This guy here is Walter Lewin.
Yep.
He's a physics lecturer. And when he says that, you can see him on YouTube and that. When he spins up this gyro, he says it's rigid in space, and gravity does not affect it whatsoever. It's just, they spin it up and it's rigid in space. Okay. But these are, oh God, I'm stuck at remembering what these are. I don't know if you can see that. It's the
thing that balances the planets, fine. I know.
The air level indicator or whatever. I forget what it is. But yeah, anyway. So these things, like when you, this is based on a gyroscope inside, and when they spin this up, on ground level, they press a little button and then they level it all out. And when the aircraft takes off, you can see it ascend, and then it levels out, and then, when it gets to its destination, it starts descending, and you see all that, and that's fine. But when you live on when you're taking a flight from London, let's say, all the way to Australia, and it's meant to kind of invert, it's meant to go upside down, because it doesn't know where it is, it just knows what the indicator should be. Okay.
So it's coordinated to a set indicator.
So it should invert and go upside down, but they don't. Even if the airplane's on automatic mode, whatever it's called, autopilot, it still doesn't invert there. I wanted to test this. So your phone has got a the XYZ. It's got a level on there. It's called a MEMS device. It works off inertia. Well, you can put a little bubble level on your phone and you can move it around. It's got X, Y, Z, and it's got a little bubble. I created this cradle. I wanted to see how sensitive it was. So I created this cradle that would allow my phone to turn around for, it was a 24 hours. But I was only more interested in 12 hours when it turns around. Would it pick up and would it invert? Well, it does. It does invert. It does pick it up. And that's what we would expect. Like if I've got a level there and I try to turn it around, you would expect it to invert, and it does.
Yeah.
But it doesn't on a plane.
That's because that is usually coordinated to the plane, not the planet.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They spin it up on ground level, and then they calibrate it there.
That's why it goes sideways and it goes back and forth.
Yeah.
It uses the plane as the middle point.
That's right.
So the reason it doesn't invert is because the plane is the middle point. It'd be like if you got your phone and you flipped it that way. Right? If you set your phone to only your phone, it would show which way your phone is moving, which is what that does.
But when you get aeroplanes like, oops, are you okay? When you get aeroplanes that do their stunts and they invert, that inverts then.
Yeah, your phone's warning you to stop inverting it.
Yeah, sorry. But when you get like the stunt planes and when you got planes that things do invert. So I get what you're trying to say, but it does go upside down. But that's something for you to look. I always say I always say the guy on the street, never, we can have a discussion and all that, but you need to do your own research afterwards, There's so many other reasons, that we should be investigating. This one here is fantastic. This is the Flat Earth Debate. It's by Nathan Oakley and Nathan Oakley 1980.
Okay.
And it's only got 9 simple questions. The problem is when people try and answer these questions, they can't cite any evidence. This is the problem. Like if I just throw in the first question, any evidence to the distance to the sun?
No. Couldn't openly and honestly answer that. Because no matter how close you get to the only thing that they can do to prove the difference between the Earth and the sun is they can fire a laser into the sun and you get an approximate distance. I will admit the first question is one that I cannot answer.
So they say it's 93 million miles away and teach it at that.
Yeah. But it could be a bit more or a bit less.
Okay.
93 million miles approximately, depending on the laser.
That's changed so many times over the years. Well,
yeah, because the sun's getting closer to the Earth. You see, we're causing global warming and everything like that, but the Earth's getting warmer, there's less water. The sun is slowly getting closer to the Earth, the same as the moon is slowly getting closer to the Earth.
Okay.
The reason it's forever changing is because there's forever different radars that are being used. Technology gets better, the sun gets closer to the Earth.
Okay. So you think that they do have a calculation for it then?
Approximately.
Approximate calculation.
I don't work at NASA, but I assume they would.
Okay. So can I appeal to you to research that a bit further and not just accept the first answer, ask for evidence. Ask for evidence, where you get your figures from and all that. I know I know they've got a few different ways of measurement. One of them is something to do with Venus transiting the sun, except for they never had a measurement for the distance to Venus, so that could never happen, But okay, but they've got other questions. I don't know if you want to take a picture of that. Can you?
I think I already have, but I will take another picture.
Yeah.
And then I will have a look into it.
If you swat a little bit and get yourself on so many, and you think you've got answers to it, get yourself on this side. Go and speak to them. You may teach one of us a thing or two, or you may learn a thing too. Awesome. Yes, of course you can. You can. What was your first name? Paige. I'm Jason. It's so nice to talk to you.
It's so nice to speak to you, and I will definitely look into it more.
We're just asking questions. That's all it is.
Well. It doesn't hurt to ask a question.
Well, nice talking to you. Awesome. So that was Paige. She's partially sighted. And asking all the right questions. Awesome.
I spoke to the security guard.
Oh, okay.
He asked me
Yeah.
So what is this about then? Are you saying the Earth's flat? And I just explained it to you a little bit.
Yeah.
So he didn't like ridicule it. He was really interested.
Oh, that's awesome. Is it time for me to read that now?
Yeah, it's an extract.
Let's have a look. Let's see what we're doing. I'm gonna just because we've got a lot.
I can read it if you like.
Oh yes,
You
please.
stay there,
Yeah,
I'll read it.
I'll look at that. Oh, can you come on this side though? Because my microphone's on this side.
Okay.
So yeah, you read that.
So this is just an extract, and then I've got the link to my blog below.
Good stuff.
A beginner's guide to the globe Earth deception. How to describe the Earth that we stand on, and are all of our lives just an accident, random? Let us explore a few theories and concepts so we can get the whole story in context. In recent times, it has come into question that the Earth as we know it may be a deception. It may not be round like an orange or grapefruit, and we may never fly out here in the spacesuit. Life may not have ignited from a Big Bang explosion. And could we be misguided about all of the motions? We may not be spinning at 1,000 miles at the equator, and in the beginning may have been a creator. Some folks are open to alternate suggestions, whilst others shut down if there's even a question. Many cannot handle the notion we've been lied to. And that is understandable, but let's not be idle, because many have found there's no measurable curve. So if the Earth was round, this seems somewhat absurd. And yeah, that's just an extract, but that's about maybe a fifth of the poem.
Awesome. A long poem, but you can see the rest. This is called The Real Hat .blogspot.com.
And I called it The Real Hat Fits because that's actually an anagram of the Earth is flat.
I got you. Bits is an anagram.
Lots of poems on there, but that's one of them. So if you scroll down, you'll see it.
Yeah. No, thank you very much, Lisa.
Okay.
And then we did this one. The Chicago skyline.
I need to rub the extra zero off there.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Should be 2,500 miles, should it?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Sorry, yeah. Well, it's 24,900 miles it's meant to be. Yeah. But, yeah, 24,900 is close. It's not that far away. How awesome, guys. Yes. Lisa, well done. Thank you very much. Right, 3 conversations going here. Hear this conversation.
The guy in Australia, from his perspective, is also stood like we are now. 8 inches drop per mile squared on a 25,000 mile circumference ball of Earth. Well, that's it, isn't it? If we had these revelations and people were awake to the fact that it's not us, how we're told, can you imagine the shift in paradigm? Can you imagine how people would be with each other then? You couldn't, neither could I know that's why it's so exciting. I think it's great. Yeah, well, it is.
Explain to me, how will governments have to
No, it's nothing to do with government. You've already fallen for it. By saying government, you think they are even any
How would you be a better person if we all believe this? Are you? How come? What makes you a better person?
Well, you could compare it. You seem a bit irritated.
Well, you seem a bit evasive. I mean,
we were talking first. I don't mind you butting in. I did address you. You didn't quite phrase it like that, but go on, if that was the question. Well, how did it change? Well, I'll throw it back to you. How can it not change your life to know that you're not on a spinning ball? How can it not change your life? Is it? Well, then we're doomed if that's what you think. If everyone thinks like that, then we've got no chance. Think about it. Think about it. You're asking me for
I clearly don't have the intelligence. You have the answers. You tell me.
We've got questions. That's all. We're saying they're claiming we're living on a ball,
Yeah.
and I'm saying where's your proof? That's all.
We're just asking questions.
But I'm asking, what the fuck difference does it make?
Because we've been lied to.
I'm just saying.
We're lied to all the time.
Yeah, well, let's not. Let's ask questions. That's it.
I'm not saying, but you've got no answers. You're not saying anything to me.
How do you don't know that? You don't know that. Yeah, but that's fine. That's okay.
How does it change how we feed people? Does it change whether people have got clean water? Does it change how much money people
Why
have
are you
got
asking
in
me that? Because you clearly know the answer to that. It doesn't change that I go to work, no.
Does it change that we challenge our authorities?
Did you ask me if you could film that? No, you didn't, so please delete it.
Do we need to ask people in public?
Ask me.
I know.
Turn around, film yourself. Film yourself.
We're here in public. We're here in public. And I will be filming if you come back.
Don't have anywhere that says I'm filming. When are you putting that information?
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
Around the country, starting in Speaker's Corner, where we have much more hostile attacks. Much more hostile. We know what he's saying. He said it 4 times.
The point being, you can say. What are your questions, and what are your questions?
Why are we being lied to? Is question I have.
Who do you think's lying to you?
I don't know. We have questions.
We're asking.
You've been all around the country for 2 weeks and you haven't got any answers at all.
Nope.
You've just got the same question again and again. We've been lied to. We know we're lied to.
Are you talking to us or are you talking to everyone else?
What are you doing?
Okay. We're talking to people who are stood here and come to us.
Respectfully.
Yeah. We're not addressing everybody around the street.
Yeah. Yeah. It's nice to just be respectful and just, communicate.
She's interested.
Yeah.
She's interested. You're interested as well. I'd like to get to the bottom of this.
Yes.
My mate's mad on this. Flat earth and round earth.
Okay.
And I just don't know what to believe.
Good.
I mean, you see the moon.
Yeah. But it doesn't mean to say what we're standing
The
on.
moon's not the Earth.
Yeah,
it's not the Earth.
The moon is not the Earth, so we're talking about a flat Earth, not a flat moon.
Yeah. I know that.
But,
I mean, I thought we were the same. Yeah, I thought we were the same. Like a moon round.
Yeah,
all the orbits
no.
are round, aren't we?
I think I would have come up with that and say,
Thank you.
like we must be the same.
We did
But,
originally years ago.
There you
I
go,
think it's all balls because if we told that we're in a planetary system, but once you understand that water can't bend round balls, then you realise we're kind of being lied to. We'd like to know why we're being lied to. Right? I don't mind being filmed. I've been on a live stream for 2 weeks. I'll film you as well in a minute. And then you'll be on 2 live streams.
So why are you filming then? Come on.
My question though is.
I've already answered your question.
No, you haven't.
I said to you we don't know.
Sorry, love, I missed it.
I said to you we have different answers. That's what I said.
It'll be personal to you. It'll change things personal to you because, and it'll be different for me.
How will it change things personally for me?
Have you explained to the people watching this what this is all about?
So these guys say that the world is flat, not round.
That's not right there. It's not what you're saying. We're questioning why we're being told we live on this here. If you read the Bible,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah.
Words into my mouth. No one stood here going the earth is flat. We're saying we've been told we're living on a.
I think it all becomes respectful and quiet and calm if we all just talk. But sometimes, yeah, it has to be. It needs to be.
It's just a debate, isn't it? That's what I like.
Yeah.
It's nice,
If I say I don't have an answer, just accept it.
How is it so?
You know? I don't know why you want answers.
So what are you saying? What do you think?
If you don't want answers,
No, we
why
want
are you
answers,
doing
we don't
this?
have any. We're not getting them from the right people.
What are your questions? Tell me what you
Well, look at this one. There's 9 questions. There's 9 questions. 9 questions. Can you answer one?
Evidence of the distance to the sun, any other. So what we're being lied to about the distance to the sun, we're being lied to
No.
scientific evidence of gravity. So you're saying there's no scientific basis for us to things fall then? Why do things fall?
Okay. Well, do you want their view or
I want your view.
my
I want
view?
to know what you think about why things fall if we don't have anything called gravity.
Okay, so can it be density and buoyancy? Relative density and buoyancy. You happen to be more dense than the air around you, and therefore you fall through the air. Can it be that? Or does it have to be Sir Isaac Newton's theory of, two masses being attracted to each other?
Do you believe in heaviness? Yeah?
Density and buoyancy. That's what I said. So could it, or is it meant to be your, the bending of time and space, special relativity from Sir Isaac Newton? Is it? Well, that's what they say. So it's one of them. It's well, can it just be? So if I have a helium balloon, and where's gravity there? Is gravity? Why isn't it pulling it down? We know this, don't we? Gravity, that helium balloon's going to go up. Gravity is being very selectful. So you're mocking.
Density,
But
heaviness.
But
If there is gravity, surely it exerts a different pull on something which is has less mass.
Okay, but which gravity do you believe
You're
in?
saying there is no such thing as gravity.
No, which gravity do you believe? Do you subscribe to? Which one?
Which one? What, the gravity or the non-gravity?
No, there's two gravities.
You don't know that, do you?
No.
Okay, well then if you don't know, then you don't know.
I don't know.
Well, you were taught in school about Sir Isaac Newton, an apple falling down on someone's head. That's what you were taught. Later on, when you get to university or college and university, they start teaching you special relativity, the bending of time and space. That's what they teach you further on. Now they're starting to teach people quantum mechanics, like to do with gravity. That's what they're doing. So they're just mind-boggling it over and over. So could there be?
Our learning and our understanding, and that there is subtlety.
So then, what's wrong with?
We're all taught when we're children the basics of things, and then society we becomes subtle. There are more subtleties.
Well, for something that you don't know, you're awfully trying hard to defend it. Isn't that odd?
No,
I think that's called mind programming. Well, you're trying to defend something that you don't know a lot about. That's really odd, that is, and very telling.
No, you look it up. We're not here to feed you your information.
Yes, you are, because
Oh, dear me. Oh, dear. That's right. Yeah, she's here to just argue and troll. Yeah, I've given her quite sensible and quite calm answers, but she seemed a little bit agitated. Are these drugs? Yeah. But anyway, so moving on. Anyway, guys, I don't want to. I can, try to be respectful and try and offer a conversation, but when you can't be respectful, it's difficult. Just needs both sides to be respectful.
The lockdowns haven't helped, have they? Everyone's attached to their gadgets. We are high up here. We all are. We all are. Yeah, I'm not criticising you. I'm just saying we all are. I'm to blame for that as well because we're kind of moving into it and we're all going along with it. And that's it. We're all in this pickle together.
No, I won't. No, I can't.
What I'm saying is, we are not coming here for us against you. We're trying to say we are all affected.
Cheers, Astral. Speak to you soon.
I just think that there are more important.
No, but can you not agree with me on that one? That we're being lied to.
Oh God, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily think you're telling me the truth.
But did the lie start this year? Is it just this year? This lie started last year, or maybe they've been lying to us forever?
This country is owned by people who came over and took it in the 1066 Doomsday Book. All of that.
You believe in that?
Yeah.
You don't believe
It's no. It's only because that we've been researching so many different subject matter.
Yes, and I know that they've written.
For some people, it is. I haven't researched that, so no comment from me.
An institute like the Tavistock Institute, have you heard of them? Right, so if you look them up, you'll know what they get up to. Right? Okay, then we're on the same page. History books are very questionable. Very.
Well, I've met him, and he's a nice guy, and he's a little bit. He got too much knowledge too quick, I think. When I met him 20 odd years ago, he got too much knowledge too quick. And there's a lot of stuff we don't know about. But I think that the problem is that people spend their time focusing on things, being outraged by things like this.
Yeah, but look at that. We've actually brought a lot of conversations, and that's all it is. We're bringing.
McDonald's, would we have? I'm assuming none of you buy bottled water. None of you shop at places like McDonald's. All of you.
I don't. Yeah, you're quite right.
You only shop in charity shops because let's cut out the destruction and stuff that happens.
well,
you know, children being in sweatshops and bleaching.
Yeah, but no, I don't. But no, I do.
You have a car?
I do have a car. Yeah.
Look, it
I've actually got 2 cars. Yeah. I can only drive one at a time.
Yeah, but you're a consumer.
Yes.
You're not changing your life.
Yes.
You're not making it
No,
better for the
I am
world.
changing my life. But yes, no, you're quite right. You know, like I think being a consumer is a heavy consumer is probably bad for the world, but it isn't. I mean, like we're all a consumer. You've got a phone there. You're a consumer. We all are. It's a tool. Yeah.
Promote other people's great work.
No, I get that. But yeah, I think we should buy a little less. I accept that.
We all
But
should, and we should put other people. We should put society first. I am totally in agreement with you on that.
Yeah.
That's
My
exactly
point
what this is
being.
about, putting society first and teaching the kids
Yeah.
the truth and not lies.
So
We're challenging.
Growing food for people.
I-
Grow food for people.
Yeah, exactly.
Come
And that's
back.
what we have to
Don't
teach
have 2 cars. Stop driving. Don't ever fly
Well,
again.
my wife-
I mean, I'm assuming you don't fly anyway. You know, I mean, flying.
Yeah, it's irrelevant for that. But it's.
So you do fly. You go and
No, I'm afraid of flying. I don't. But that's, as I say, that's why it's irrelevant for me. My wife has 1 car. I have the other car. We live in the countryside. It'll be a long walk for us, you know, to take the kids and that. You know, like yeah. There's lots of different reasons. Not everybody all fits a particular mould.
See, that's the next lie, isn't it? The global warming thing. It's
Yeah.
all part of this whole nonsense that people buy into because that's what they're
We
told
go,
every day.
we go from town to town. We're just asking
You
questions.
say that global warming isn't happening.
Really?
Global. There's the first lie in the sentence.
You're
You're
not
not getting it, are you? That's the lie right
No,
there. It's
we
there.
don't accept that.
Plain sight. That's the significance of
There's no
this.
supportive evidence for that. I mean, you could say yesterday was supportive evidence. It was hot yesterday.
Selfish ways, then. You know, consume, have 2 cars, live in the country because you're looking at.
Well, yeah, strawmanning me again. I just give you my explanations
You've
over
got a car
cars.
and your wife's got a car because
Yeah.
you've got to drive the kids to places. If
But-
they're not at school nearby, can they not go on their bike? Do they not walk? Can you not work from home? Do you not? What do you work at? What's your job?
Well, to be honest, I'm a delivery driver and I use my car.
So you deliver things that are made in China to people.
No, I actually deliver food. I do what these guys do. Just Eat, Deliveroo, Uber Eats. That's what I do for a living.
Consumer. You're
Yeah.
not making the world a better place for people, are you? So you live in the country, you drive somewhere, you pick up
You-
food,
you are-
drive it somewhere else. You take
That's
it-
very unfair of you. You're being very judgmental. Very
I'm from
judgmental.
living in the country. I used to live in Derbyshire. I love the country, but I didn't necessarily need 2 cars. I took buses and walked and
Yes,
biked.
it's still on. But I've got 1 car. My wife has got a car. Whilst I'm at work, she needs her own transportation so that she can get to work.
Did you not drop her off?
No, different times, different things.
Got no buses.
Not in the countryside where we are. Maybe we get 1 bus a day that comes to the village.
I think what you're trying to say is the corporations behind governments who are controlling our lives, lots of stuff going on, they are being able to manipulate and control.
Absolutely.
They didn't have to be like this.
Yeah. Well, this is kind of like one of the biggest lies, the shape of our earth. And once people realize that this is going on, and then it's kind of like it leads people to this of what's actually happening today. You know, like there's so much more that's happening.
In the X-Files, facts going on and stuff. So it's out there, isn't it? Just we haven't really followed it well.
There's so much more. As I say, I don't know if you know about the World Economic Forum. That's more important today, right now, is that you didn't vote for these guys, I didn't vote for these guys, and they're going to change our entire way of life.
Commission. That's why I'm part of Control Shift. That's
Well,
why
that's
I try
fantastic.
to make active change for real people.
That's fantastic.
In society, I'm an activist.
Yeah.
I don't agree with just. I think you're
Well, I've
misleading
I've-
yourselves. I don't care whether the Earth's flat or not. I think
yeah,
it's
that's
about the way
again.
the
I said that
world
before.
towards
That's a
each
personal
other.
choice, wouldn't it be? That'd be a personal choice because
Sounds
we.
like, it sounds like you're struggling with like realizing sort of like, yeah, there's like what tangible difference does it make? Like, do you know what I mean? Why put your effort into finding out what this is? And
It's like
and it's
people
like
like climate
this
denying.
is
You know.
Well, you show me the evidence. That's the thing.
Just what model of reality you accept, really.
See, we actually go around. We're okay to say, I don't know, or I do know, I suspect. We give no BS.
You know it's not round, don't you?
Yeah, because we can see too far. You see, I don't know why that would be funny. We can see too far. That's the problem.
What's it called? The oil rigs, where you can see.
Yeah, that's the black swan thing.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, so you got stuff like that. But for me, it's Jay Tolan's work. We can see 126 miles away. We live on a ball. You're not meant to see 126 miles away. That's rubbish, and yet we can. With like infrared cameras and that.
What do you think happens at the edges?
Propaganda.
Propaganda. Well, the Chinese.
You have never heard a flat earther ever say there's something there at an edge or there is an edge. You've never heard that, but you have heard of propaganda.
I'd like to.
You'd like to understand. So you'd like to know.
So you've got this.
That'd be belief. So right now I'll say I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
What would make you think that people who
We see too far, remember?
travelling for hundreds and hundreds of years, like hundreds of years since we found that people have been travelling.
Is it possible? Look. To be fair, you may know a lot more about global warming than me, and I'll accept that. But to be fair, is it possible that you may not have studied this subject?
I have looked into it. I do know someone who was a flat earther, so I did listen to what they had to say.
Okay.
But there are a lot of, shall we say, very much vagaries of why did we stop travelling at that point. We don't know what's beyond. Nobody knows.
Well, the Antarctic, because there's an Antarctic treaty in place that won't allow you to go any further than.
And that's been there for what, 500 years, 600 years?
No, for the 50s when they started going down.
So, but before that, you're saying that all the people who travelled to America, travelled to China.
No. We're talking about Antarctica. Antarctica, where it's too cold to go. Yeah, Antarctica.
Okay, yeah, Antarctica.
See, I'm guessing you're not asking the right question. So therefore, I'm suggesting that you. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't need to. Look. See, so if Antarctica if the South Pole just went for, I don't know. I'm not sure. I have to say I don't know because I've never been down there. So remember, no BS. Let's not do BS. So there is a shoreline, and in a shoreline there is ice walls. You can see that the ice walls. You can see a shoreline.
So why does the sun come up at different places at different times?
That's the Antarctic Treaty
You're not
System.
you're not allowed to go to there unless you have permission.
Below 60th degree parallel, you're not.
They're the guys there, right there next to the ship on the left. That's them signing the Antarctic Treaty when we had no interest in conservation whatsoever, but we stopped everyone from going to Antarctica. And that's still in place today.
The military probably have to be beyond it.
I know you may be struggling with it, little things. We're asking questions about it. And if this can be the biggest lie in the world, what else have you been told lies about? You seem quite very happy about global warming and that, and maybe with an open, critical mind, start asking questions and ask for evidence. We do a lot of believing in this world, and we should not easily believe people. We should be asking questions and asking for evidence that supports their claims.
That's all it's about, isn't it? Tell me something, please prove it.
If we don't get evidence that supports their claims, we are willing to say that we don't know. I don't know. Let's drop the BS.
You're saying that I'm qualified to make that decision? Like, for example, I don't know, let's take some...
Well, we're all scientists, aren't we?
No.
Yes. You can make your own observations.
Like, let's say, for example, your mate mentioned earlier, 8 inches drop off every mile or whatever.
This one here, yes. This is kind of like, it's not my maths or anything like that.
I'm
This
not
isn't
saying it's
agreed.
your maths. I'm not
Yeah.
saying it's your maths.
No, okay.
That's what some scientists, global scientific consensus is.
Yes.
Right, so how come I can take those, and you use those calculations to calculate that there's that it doesn't add up to being making a ball. Is that what you're saying?
Well, let's take this this picture.
There's no way I'd ever be going to observe that anyways. 8 inches drop off in a mile. There's no way I'd be able to do that.
Well, it's because it's squared. It actually goes, if you go 1 mile, okay, 8 inches, then it goes 32 inches, 72 inches, 128. If we go to 10 miles, that's, if we take it to feet, that's 54 feet at 10 miles. That's 66 feet at 10 miles. Let's take it to 100 miles. That's 6,000, I think it's 869 feet. I'm going to take it to 200 miles, and I'll explain why in a second. That's 26,690 feet at 200 miles. Now, we have radar. Radar is line of sight, radar. So we can fire radar off and we can see aeroplanes 200 miles away and get a bounce off them, a ping, and it will come back, and then we can take that. That has to be line of sight. But at 200 miles...
Oh, you're saying, but they say radio waves can bend around the Earth because of the gravity.
But this is line of sight, not round corners. Line of sight, and yet we can pick up all of these planes and things.
Fine. Who told you it's line of sight? Radar's line of sight.
The experts that are, and so I would suggest.
Have you ever like?
I'm not a radio expert, so. But there's a new program that's just been released called Flatlanders. If you go on Vimeo.
I don't want to ask what's in your program. I was asking what you trying to just form that question and you're jumping out towards.
Let's go on. You're right. I'll listen. Yes.
Yeah. So talking about the drop off from point A to, if I put like a peg in here and a peg over there, and drop off from whatever.
Yeah.
Assuming no undulations in the ground or whatever, I'm going to be X number of feet below.
Of course.
Are you just saying to me that radio? Okay, and then radio waves are because you get planes flying around.
Well, we're talking
allegedly,
about not radio waves, but radar.
No, planes.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Flying allegedly around the world, so they'll go past the point where you can't see them.
Right. Okay.
And then you ping them up on radar stations, which fires radio waves, which is line of sight, right?
Yep.
And then you think that, or you're postulating, or you're questioning, or you're wondering how is that possible? Because radio waves, you think radio waves go like A to B only, and then back.
Well, the experts say line of sight. To me, it's like what would line of sight mean to you?
Yeah. Okay. Fine, but. You just said to me that I'm a scientist and I can go look all this shit.
Other things. Yeah, no, I accept that. I accept that.
Radio waves go.
Yeah, there's certain things that me and you can't. Yeah, you're quite right. There's certain things that me and you are not in a position to do. Like me testing, going down to Antarctica and stuff. There's certain things that I'm not in a position to do. So I accept that. There's more than what's it, radar. I don't know if you know what's it, micrometer telecommunications and that. We do that over long distance. It's exactly the same. They have to be pinpointed, lasered basically, pinpointed communications from cell towers, yeah? These are communications, micrometer cell tower communications. The thing is, we had an expert on this Flatlanders the other day, and they were talking about that when they're trying to line this up, sometimes they over 50 miles they line this up to one tower to another over 50 miles. Sometimes they don't get a connection, so they skip a couple of hops and they go from 50 miles all the way to 200 miles with a few hops, and then get a perfect connection. But these have to be lasered in, like they have to adjust it X, Y, Z, adjust it all about and laser all in properly, and yet so they have to be line of sight, perfectly aligned, and yet there should be, over water, there should be this big huge hump of water over 200, up to 26,000 feet of a hump of water in between, but it still works perfectly.
Yeah, but okay, right, so you've got that is one that, that is quite a, I don't want to say compelling argument, but it is quite an interesting point where you're like, did you call it Black Swan or whatever?
The Black Swan, you brought that up.
That's one everybody's heard of, I think.
Yes.
People have heard, like, that's one that everyone always talks about.
Yes.
Or people bring it up. I'm stood on the shore in California, or wherever the frick it is.
Yeah.
I don't know, Los Angeles or whatever, and then there's an oil rig over there. And then you're telling me, somebody says to me that's 120 whatever miles away, or whatever the number is.
Yeah, there's...
You know the number, okay?
Yeah.
And then someone else comes to me and says, well, this is the drop on the Earth, so there should be a bump in between, and the light shouldn't be able to see that.
Shouldn't be able to see it.
How do okay, cool, but then I'm like, I can easily just say, how do I know that freaking thing's 120 miles away? I haven't freaking measured it myself, have I?
No, you haven't measured it.
It's literally
But
impossible to measure.
but you can verify it on their claims. You can verify it where they've put that the geolocation of that.
I'm just picking and choosing all the best of what I want to take, am I? Just to fit what I
Well,
want. Because they're also saying that they can bend radar around the globe to follow aeroplanes, as you've just said.
Yeah. Oh, I've not heard them say that they can bend ground. I've not heard that.
Whatever, right? You know, the planes can fly around.
Yeah.
The water doesn't fall off because the atmosphere is kept in by gravity. So I can pick one cloud.
So right. Well, that's one of that's one of them ones. Was there any evidence of vacuum of space of gas pressure without a container? You just said gas pressure is contained by gravity.
Yeah, that's an example of a claim that they've made. Another claim that they've made is that this lighthouse oil rig is so far on the horizon.
Yeah.
Which apparently you shouldn't be able to see through a telescope.
Yeah. Well, there's other
If I'm
land.
just coming into this, as interested in thinking, I can pick a claim that this oil rig is so far from shore, and I can also pick a claim that gravity can be gas.
Yes.
So where's the
Right. So how do you go about being doing your own scientific experiment, so to speak? How do you go about doing it when there's a lot of these experiments totally out of our reach?
Well,
look at that. This is on Calais to Dover. This is something that you can test yourself. Like if you ever get the chance, you can stand on Calais and you can see the entirety of Dover. The problem is, based on this distance, that curve calculator which is there, you're not only meant to see about 50 feet of the highest peak, but you can see it all. It's just there because of the curvature. 50 feet, but there's more. That's Snaefell. 2,500 feet should be hidden. So you got that one. That is one of the world's longest distance photographs, over 273 miles, and 3 miles should be hidden. So this, with photography, there's certain things that we can test for ourselves. Grab that one. You can have that one.
Well, fine, but...
Yeah, and look, I'm just a guy on the street, and you should never, take everything with a guy on the street with a pinch of salt. But research yourself. Come up with your own critical thinking. Debunk what you need to debunk. And just ask questions. And we all should be there, on both sides. Ask questions. I don't know if you ever come across that one. 200 proofs. Have you come across that?
Probably seen a few of them, but that's exactly what I'm...
It's a cracking one. But this is a flat earth debate. You might have come across that. Nathan Oakley, 1980. He's only got 9 questions there. It should be easy to answer, all of them. It's hard. It's difficult. It's hard. Like we were talking about before with the lady.
I'm just trying to think of a way to articulate what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
I mean, all this, like I said, I've seen the last one thing. I've seen.
How do you feel about it? I mean, did it make sense to you, or?
Well, it's interesting, but then again, it's just like I don't freaking know that's like if I'm going to take for face value that, or if I'm going to just disregard everything I know about science because the scientific community is intelligent by Masons and all this and that, which I'm not saying it isn't.
Right. Okay.
Fair point.
Yeah.
I understand, what you're saying, but it's like, how do you verify anything? It's just like, if it's just that.
Well, maybe we could start with the easy bits, like Google Earth or something, can measure. Maybe we could do something like that.
Google Earth is owned by Google.
And it's subjective, yes.
So,
But what I'm saying is that it's just a starting point, and then go from there, and then move on to somewhere else and get a few different measurements from different places. I agree. You haven't got a tape measure right from the one oil rig to the shoreline. I accept that. But there is other things that you can do. There's apps and all that, and they pinpoint with geolocation exactly where these ships are, oil rigs are. They pinpoint, and that's only. And I accept that GPS could be manipulating, but they're pinpointed. There's lots of apps like. Or is it like marine? Oh God, marine something.
How are you going to just tell me to go and take like a geolocation out? That's all off satellite data, isn't it?
It's based on satellite data and that.
Yeah, so like.
And where they get that information
how do
from?
you get satellites in space? You go from like NASA.
We don't even think that they're there.
Well, okay, so you don't even think that they're there. So how is that any?
Cell towers, triangulation.
How is that any?
E. Lauren.
So satellites are just off cell towers.
And they've got what's the new ones now called Satalooms. Well, yeah, but you've got it's trying to get your. They make a claim of something, so you've got to start with their information, and then see does it all check out with their information, the claim that they're making. That's.
How do I check it out though? So. This is because if you're going to grind it down and say like all the you have to be pretty good at maths to do that. You have to, and then you're taking into account like for example, if I want to take the USA to Japan across the across around the Earth or whatever, and I want to say because
I am convinced that you're bright enough to figure a lot of this out. I am so convinced on it. What you're doing now, you're on the street now, you're asking questions. That's where you start. You just ask questions.
Yeah, I'm asking questions.
So
you're saying to me, go and look at this, but you're saying go and use Google Maps.
Yeah.
So it's like you're telling me to
But they're the people who are providing the data, aren't they? They're the people that are providing that. You can't go to a flat earth. Well, that's what we're kind of saying, but but you need to start off with their claim, their data.
It's a legal thing why you can't say, I'm not going to. You're not positively making any claims because you don't want to get sued. Is that
No, it isn't. It isn't. You know what? It's coming out like from a propaganda belief system of what kind of school is. Repeat after me. So it's coming out of that belief system, and then deciding not to BS anyone on the street, to be comfortable. If I don't know something, I must say I don't know, or maybe I suspect, or I do know. But let's not. We come up with these theories and scientific theories, the best evidence that we have, and we BS people with just an agreed story. And we shouldn't be doing that. We should have a disclaimer and say, this isn't fact, this is my agreed story, I'm calling it a theory of, and that's what, so we come from a different point and say, I don't know.
Yeah, science, a lot of it is, just theories that are sort of running with because people haven't been able to disprove them or they haven't been to a significant degree, and you've got loads of your replication crisis and all your other stuff about science.
Okay.
And then you're telling me to go and get all these, go onto these triangulation apps and get all these different points and do the trigonometry yourself, and then you're going to figure out the Earth's actually.
Well, it's not. No, look. What you do is no. I know. Let me just. You grab that calculator, that Earth calculator, you take it to maybe an old school teacher or something, and you say, is this correct? And I've watched a couple of videos of learned people doing this with the Earth calculator and what we use. And after, I believe it's after 1,000 miles, it's 1 foot out. After 1,000 miles, so up into 1,000 miles, the Earth calculator, this figure here, and if you just type in Earth calculator into Google, it'll come up with the same sort of maths for that. It's dead easy. You put your eye elevation and the distance of what you're looking at, and it'll tell you what the drop is. And there's quite a few of them online. Go to an old school teacher and say, is this maths right? Is it okay? That's where you kind of stand for. I can tell you, and I promise you, over 1,000 miles, it starts to drift out by 1 foot, which is irrelevant when we're saying mountains are disappeared over 3 miles and that 3 miles high. It's irrelevant. And to be honest, I've just showed you the longest distance photograph of about 300 miles. So 1,000 miles being 1 foot out, it's irrelevant. It's kind of like and you can start from there. So you can do your own investigation. Is there anything that you can see too far? Can you get yourself a zoom camera, a telescope? You might not have to pay. I accept that you don't have £1,000 in your pocket, so let's go and buy a camera now. I accept that. But maybe later on you might be in a position that you've seen something, you know that to be at 17 miles. Does it equate? Can you see something that you shouldn't be able to see? You can work it out for yourself. As I said before, we can be our own scientists. We don't have to appeal to authority all the time. We can.
Yeah, well, it's facade here. We are though appealing to.
We do. We have done. We do.
We're appealing to authority, even if we make these calculations. We're using like a Newtonian maths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
what I mean? It's like,
yes.
So we're just picking and choosing what appeals to authority we're making.
Yeah. Well, I watch.
So that's for me.
Yeah. Well, the problem is we can't go anywhere if we don't do.
I'm interested. I think it's funny to say I'm a flat earther. I say it to people as a joke. Like, no, actually, probably offensive to you. Whatever.
No, it's fine.
But it's funny to say to people just see their reactions and just say.
Yeah.
I don't actually.
But you've studied some parts of it.
Well, I've seen some things. And
Yes.
It's in the cultural zeitgeist enough, I think, to people just to pop in.
Yeah.
This is a conspiracy. Like, say, let's say, if you want to go back to here. Let's say, you've got your pick any conspiracy.
Operation Mockingbird.
Yeah. Okay.
It's declassified now, and basically cable TV in any home, so that they're in the news and propaganda. They can sell you a lie.
Yeah, I mean, like anyone on here, you've got even like a real low-level rational sort of opinion.
Yes.
And perhaps rational isn't a metric you want to even use, but let's say whatever, like moon landings, right?
Yes.
Widely known conspiracy theory that was faked. Or
yeah. How do you feel about that?
Well, let's just say so. I mean, you can say to somebody, you can go to somebody and you can say, moon landings was fake.
Yeah.
You've got all this, the astronauts' testimony and this and that.
Yeah.
In fact, NASA burnt all the evidence afterwards. The fact that you've got
alarm bells should be ringing.
Okay, right. Well, I've got the pictures. You've got like the engrave of the cameras behind the fucking thing.
The lines and that. Yes.
I've seen those pictures. I've got like pictures. I've seen that, and then people are going to be. If it was reversed and I wanted to go and talk about moon landings, I'd say NASA burnt this and that, the other, blah blah blah. The photographs, the Kubrick, and whatever his name is, that film director guy, did all that, and people be like, why would anybody ever do that? And you can say, oh well, Russia beat America to first satellite, first person in orbit, first woman in orbit, first animal in orbit, first satellite. They were completely smashing the shit out of America in the space race. It was the middle of the Cold War. America needed a propaganda victory. Boom. That's your sort of basic thing.
It sounds good. Maybe yes.
So I mean, maybe there's more stuff to it than that.
Yeah.
Then you can go as far as you want with it. But there's like some really sort of almost like political incentives, like a real low-level person understanding of it, or a real rational thing that you can say. People think, oh yeah, that's interesting. That's probably true. JFK again, he was going to investigate the Federal Reserve. Bang, he's dead. That's really. You can come to someone and say, oh, this is what happened.
So you can see lies are going on. You get that. Yeah.
And there's like a reason behind it. Or
it
makes sense why somebody would do that.
Yeah.
But then you come with a flat earth, and then you say, and there's a woman that was here earlier.
Yes.
She's asking this something like, why do we care about this? What's this?
Oh, I wish you just calmed down a bit. We could have had a good discussion, but it was a little bit rude. That was all. Just needed to calm down a little bit.
She's a bit of it. That's fine.
Yeah.
But, it's like, what's the purpose? Why should I divert any of my energy into looking
Yeah.
Specifically, perhaps over any of these. I've got 24 hours in a day. I've got to eat, sleep.
Yeah. My wife doesn't look into any of this.
Yeah.
She's not interested.
Fine.
Okay.
So I've only got a certain amount of time in the day.
Yeah.
Do I
get that.
Into 9/11 or do I look into flat earth?
Okay.
That's just
But
the Middle East.
Right. Okay.
Right. Do you know what I mean? And that, initially.
Well, I'll tell you.
I'll tell you. Why should I be interested in this? What's the goal? Blah blah blah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. it is a personal experience, just like, you know, like of what TV programs that you like watching and I like something else and all that. It is a personal thing. There could be things along your journey of discovery that you'll change your mind. It may be something to do with, I don't know if you're atheist or, you know, follow God, Bible and that. But whatever that is, that would be personal to you. I know that there's an awful lot of, I won't say all of them, not even half of them, but a lot of them think that this is to do with the creator. This is what this is.
I mean, I can understand.
It doesn't. It's not for me. You know, like I feel like that's. I'm more on the sciencey part of it. You know, like where I like. I'm interested.
And you can see it for yourself.
You found a few things, and you found things that are interested to you. You know.
That's an interesting.
I think it's a personal. It's a personal journey. You know, like to look into this, whether you want to or not. You might just find yourself, I don't know, you might just broken your leg next week, you know, like in a bicycle accident, and find that you've got to be 6 weeks on your back and you've got time in your hands to look into it. It's a personal thing. Now, reasons, we have to say, I don't know. I can suspect, you know, like maybe they are hiding more land. Maybe it is a creator. Maybe it is... we have to say, I don't know, but with a disclaimer of I can have thoughts about it, but I don't know.
I suppose in lieu of an official position, if you like, of the Flat Earth Society, I would
throw that out the window.
Well,
you must know that that's nothing to do with us.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I mean, that's a group, whatever. But
right.
What I'm saying is, in lieu of an official or a consensus of why this is being done.
Yes.
I suppose I'll have to just accept your
maybe one day that we will take someone to court, you know, like take NASA to court and say, why did you do this? Because obviously only the liars can answer that. We can suspect, but we can't give you that answer. Can't happen till we've asked the liars, because that answer doesn't come from us. That has to come from the deceivers.
For example, right? Sure. For example, this is the main parcel that you've got here, right?
Yeah.
It's not about, you know, mRNA vaccine deaths. It's
Yeah.
not about destruction of the Middle East.
Yeah.
It's not about, I don't know, GMO foods or whatever.
Okay.
This is obviously the most important thing
Yeah.
to you lot. So why is this the big thing?
Yeah. No, that's fair. No, yeah, sure. When I first started, this was the most important thing in my life. When I first started, for a couple of years, no, it really was. It was. I basically give up 4 businesses. You know, like I was consumed with this. You know, like
you're committed to still believing it.
Yeah. So, but and then COVID come along, and then all my attention come on the here and now COVID. So my attention was all focused on finding out as much information about COVID, viruses, and this, that, and the other. I wanted to know so much, and apply that critical thinking to that lot. This went on the back burner for a couple of years. This is the first year we're allowed to come out to play, and so we've started on this. You know, like and. This feels so right. It's important to me, and like I said before, like a TV program. What's important to one person is important to another. You know, like we're not all robots following each other.
But the implication of this is, it's like the human race is being lied to about the fundamentals of the Earth, right?
Yes.
Where we're actually standing.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's why it's huge. It would become the biggest lie of all. And then this house of cards starts falling down.
I don't see that. I don't see that connection.
That's okay.
Because like.
Can you not see it from my perspective?
Well.
If I'm saying it's the biggest lie of all, that's my perspective, my viewpoint. Then you know, like. Then that's something that I need to research. It's my biggest lie of all. I can't think of anything bigger. See, and that's why I said before, it's a personal thing, it's a personal journey. You're on a journey of something else. You might come back to this later on.
Okay.
You know.
So whereabouts you live? Let's say obviously we're in Hull. It's like I'm in Hull now.
Yeah.
Let's say I work. Let's say I work in Leeds or whatever. So I live in Hull, work in Leeds. And that's kind of the sphere of my life. I
Yes.
go on holiday. Maybe I go on holiday to Turkey or somewhere in Spain or whatever. So I'm basically like, that's my little bubble and that's my little bubble.
Yes.
This pretty much is entirely irrelevant. Like,
That you know now. Because you know, our life and who we are, it's based over years, isn't it? And we change our life. You might not dress this way in 20 years' time. You may not think this way in 20 years' time. So our life it changes along the way. We're on our journey, aren't we? And so therefore your knowledge, your understanding, and you are, regardless of what you say, you are researching this stuff, and you've seen plenty. You actually. I'm actually.
Part of what I'm trying to do is, not what I'm trying to do, but what I'm interested in is convince me. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Because
never happen.
It's interesting.
It's not possible.
But like I was saying before, it's almost like when you're arguing for your position.
Yeah.
And your mate here as well. It was a bit frustrating because they don't have. It's just they say, "Oh, everything you know is a lie."
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. Sell me on your thing now.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm just asking questions." It's like,
yeah, no, because no, it can't happen. No, it can't happen that way. The reason being, we've come across this before. People would be so fickle. It would be like if I convince you now here on the street in 1 hour, in 10-minute talk to 1 hour talk, and then you go away, you speak to someone else, you can be easily changed in 10 minutes to an hour talk with someone else. You'd be so fickle, and you're not that. I'm not that. You need what we're hoping for. The most we can possibly are hoping for is for me to drop a seed on the floor, and you'll take it away from you, and you go, you know what? I'm just gonna. He made a point there. Didn't like the other 99 things he said, but he made a point there. I'm just going to quickly investigate that, and it still might not be enough.
Who does that? Really?
No, but that's all. That's the best we could offer.
But what is better?
I hope for.
What's more convincing in that? What you get is like, I don't know. You get. I've noticed you get quite a few people here doing different stuff and whatever.
Okay.
But like I said, say if you came here and you were about 9/11 or whatever.
Yes,
right?
yes.
And you said your big thing was, or not your big. I'm not trying to denigrate what you're doing.
No, you carry on. I'll take no offence whatever you say.
What I'm trying to say is like, say you was here and you were like really passionate about 9/11 or whatever, right?
Okay.
And you were like, here's you know, I want you to know that there's no planes on 9/11 because you can look at the video footage and see that it's been superimposed in.
Yeah.
Clips out the other side.
You see it come out, don't you?
Yeah.
And you know what a bird strike does.
Yeah, exactly right. And then people like, you know, then you can say a lot of this like, so they have done, you know, they went to war in Iraq because of this. And that's like, that gives somebody a reason to actually go out and think about it.
So that seems you've got logic there. You can put two and two together there.
Yeah, but it gives you like a reason why someone's actually going to go out and think about something because everyone knows war in Iraq's bad, right?
Yeah.
Well, obviously I'm overly simplifying
Yes.
what we're talking about, but it's just like, okay, war in Iraq's bad.
Yeah.
Might have been, you know, or I guess.
I mean, that's a huge lie all by itself, surely.
Oh yeah, it is. Or the government killed 2,000 of their own people just
Yeah.
to get another legal war. You know,
Yeah.
But you've got your claims, and you've got your evidence, and you've got like a reason why. I'm not hearing from.
Yeah, forget about the reason why, because I remember that's
like this is the only one that hasn't got that. Everything on there.
Yeah,
I can point and say, even if I don't know about it, I can make it up quite easily. I can quite just if I just put myself in the position of the deceivers or whatever.
Yes.
Or let's not even go that high. Let's say if I wanted to be a corrupt government official, I could see why they would do that.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
I get that.
But then here it's just like cool.
But you're focusing on the reason why, but we couldn't.
Here, what I want is a reason why I should honestly.
Challenge is it happening first? Has a murder taken place? Challenge that first to find out why the murder took place afterwards. But challenge has that happened?
Yeah, okay. Well, let's work off that then. So I'm gonna just like straight off the bat, I'm gonna just discard most of it because anything NASA, like NASA's got CGI images, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
They say that it's obvious, whatever.
Yeah.
All these numbers and stuff, they mean nothing to me.
No,
really.
not until you've investigated and studied it and all that. Yeah.
Investigate and study that, and I'm not going to learn trigonometry just to figure that out.
Right.
Stuff
No,
like,
I didn't. Yes.
Stuff like, okay, I'm being charitable. I can say if you go to Dover and Calais and you can see the side, that doesn't match up with the number that they give you. That's kind of basic enough that like anyone can understand it. But I'm like, okay.
I did my own investigation. Where I live in Devon. I can go to Brixton Pier and stand on it. There's a little lighthouse in beside me. I can look across the bay, and 17.5 miles, I can see people walking on the beach. 17.5 miles. I'm not meant to see that beach at all. It should be that should be hidden. That was the only investigation I did on long distance.
What happens if, let's say you have a ball, which is a word that's like, for example, if it wasn't a full sphere, if you had, like, say, tectonic plates or something like that, that would obviously mess up that calculation anyways, wouldn't it?
Water stays level and flat. So when you're looking off a ball, it doesn't matter if that land underneath lifts up or is further down. That water would still remain. It would still remain level, wouldn't it? It would still. Yeah.
You said you was on the pier.
Yes.
And you can see people on the beach.
17.5. So doing that eye calculation based on the height that I am.
Yeah, so that's part further down the coast.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, that's assuming. I mean, what happens if, like, that's assuming it's like flat like that, and obviously you're just raised up a little bit. You're off the height of pier.
Yeah, but taking that into account.
Yeah. And then you can see it. But then, how do you know the land itself is like that or like that? So you can see further anyways.
Because I can see
on a macro level, like.
Yeah, I get that. Because I can see people walking on the beach. Like yards from the waterline that stays level and flat. The waterline.
So, this is real scientific.
No, that's okay.
That's your dome there.
Yeah.
Or your curve of the earth.
Yeah.
Alleged curve of the earth.
Okay.
And you're sat there.
Yeah.
And then you've got somebody there, an object you can see there, and the distance is like 17.
Yeah, 17.5 miles.
17.5 miles, which obviously you should only be able to see to the end of there, right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right. How do you know the Earth still is not curved, but there just happens to be a rise there? Do you know what I mean? Like the Earth is like that, or for example, there was a bit of a piece here.
Yeah.
That just allows you to see a bit further, just in that specific place.
Yeah.
And when I say a lump here, I don't mean pier, but I mean like.
Yeah, I get you.
The Earth crust and shit shift up a bit.
Okay, so underwater.
That's nothing to do with
I know. But underwater, will you agree to me? It doesn't matter how high the land is underneath. It would have no effect on the level of water above. Water is leveling.
Thinking about it now.
Large bodies of water.
Thinking about that now, large bodies of water. To be honest, I don't know. Instantly when you said that, I was thinking about if I get water in a cup and I spin it, obviously then it fucking goes out to the side, doesn't it? So,
Centrifugal fusion and all that. But that we can't use that for large bodies of water across a bay.
Well, I don't know, but yeah, go on.
Don't say I don't know. Is it? Is someone spinning that bay in a cup of water?
Well, no.
Right. Always try and be honest with yourself and be open-minded. Yeah.
Right. But anyways, I'm just
1,000 miles an hour. Yeah.
Perhaps, like I said, I don't know about large bodies of water, but I know you said first of all, would you agree with me? Water's level.
Yes.
And I was like, well, to be fair, I can think of citizens they swear it's not, but we'll keep going.
We get lots of people who say about little droplets of water. That's curving. But we're talking about large bodies of water over distance. Like they are level and flat. So because of that, to where my feet are on the pier, to where my eyes are, and I can put that calculation. Do you remember what I said in the Earth curve calculator? That is agreed upon by so many people that believe in a ball Earth, that are learned people that have studied this, and I accept that they're happy with this calculation. I don't know trigonometry, so I can't verify it, but I'm happy that both sides of the argument, they all agree upon this. So that's about as best as I can get.
Okay, so you put in your Earth calculator, you can kind of, what you're saying is you can get the actual above sea level heights.
Yes, right the way up to my eye level. Yes, yes. And then it should tell me how much that beach that I'm looking at should be hidden. You know, like that's the measurement, what it will give you back.
I suppose if you've got water next to it, you can kind of say that it's because it could be, yeah, there could be like a mini plateau or something further on. Mm-hmm. But then obviously above sea level, it's going to be different.
Yeah.
The height is going to be higher, which is observable when the beach.
Yeah. Okay. There's so much more to it. We've got a preponderant amount of, I mean, obviously here on the street, we can't carry on forever. We've got a preponderant amount of evidence. Every time that you are interested, you know, like just do a bit more research. Just look into it. That's all we ask for anyone. Yeah, well, that's it. Do you remember when I said why? That's down to you. That's down to you. I think that for me, it was life-changing. For me, you know, like I've stopped drinking. I eat more healthily. No, I'm telling you, I've met so many people, and I've been
in isolation.
It's indirect. It's indirect, but it is flat Earth. I tell you.
Yeah. Okay. So flat Earth, and then that leads you to believe that there is.
Not believe. I know something. No, I don't know something.
Give me the.
Go on.
Grant me the semantic.
I will.
Thing for that. I was just
Yes.
Saying, so you go to flat Earth and you're like, okay, I know that we're being lied to about this global thing on.
Okay.
And then you're like, oh, these people are, their control system is promoting alcohol and blah,
yes.
blah, blah. So it's not just because of flat Earth that you stop drinking, I'm sure of that. You know what I mean? And what I'm saying is it makes you discover perhaps the whole society is based on a lie. That's probably what you're saying.
Well, where I'm coming from is, it's the lies. If I deem this to be the biggest lie of all, and then I have to challenge, what else have I been lying about? And I start looking into a lot of information here and think, bloody hell, they've been lying to us about nearly bloody everything. From our food. Yeah. I don't drink tap water. I have distilled water. My food, my diet. I look at the ingredients on everything. I don't spray aluminium on my body. You know, I don't want any heavy metals. I see people, with lots of health problems. You know, lots of people with health problems, and I think that's not going to happen to me. I don't really get that ill, and yet I was ill just before this bloody tour for some reason. You know, don't say COVID. Of all the thousands of illnesses and all that, you know, like I could have had one of them 1,000 illnesses.
All right, so.
But it has changed my life.
Okay, but like alcohol, for example, it's like you don't need to know the Earth's flat.
No. That's as I said, it's changed my life indirectly. Yeah, you know, not exactly to, you know, Earth's flat. You know, do that. Yeah, that's all right. No problem. What did he say?
I don't think you wanted to be on camera, mate.
No, that's fine. I didn't get him on camera, but yeah. No, that's fine.
Anyway, so it was like, all right, so, okay, this is a life-changing thing. So how come you're not coming out the gate with something easier then? Do you know what I mean?
I do. I always hit them with Apollo and stuff first. I don't normally hit them with that. I try and this is what this sign's for. It's trying to ease people into, and then let's talk about this. But a lot of people come to this right away because they find this fascinating. This is interesting. So a lot of people want to skip that and come straight to it.
I think most people just ridicule it straight off the bat.
Some do. Been out on the street all over the country, and we've been doing this for like 5-6 years and that. And you're right, some do. We get some angry people, irritated people, and we get some people that mock that. We're just talking. Yeah, so we're just talking. But some do, and we get some people like you that we hope for that are respectful, polite, and ask questions.
Are you a part of this?
You know.
You got a question?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I've just been chatting to the guy.
Do you want to speak to Tony?
Yeah.
Do you want to have a chat? Awesome. And these conversations are fascinating. I like talking to people. Your brain's doing 10 to the dozen. You're trying to come up with another question.
I'm just listening to what
is that what it is? What was your first name? All right.
entirely irrelevant.
Well, that's why your first name. I didn't ask for your second name. I'm Jason, by the way. It's been really nice talking to you. And I think you'll find people in my chat will be enjoying that. I'll give you my YouTube channel. Do you want that name? People are like, people are like what you said. You've been respectful. You've been asking questions. Yeah. Well, that's what you should. Well, anyway, it's Jason of the Disbury family. Disbury. Jason of the Disbury family. I think you need to go and sit there on the table, get a list of questions. Well, look, there's I give you a leaflet before. I'm not sure. Yeah, you probably got lots, but there was on this one. I'll throw one little thing for us to think about. Don't know if I talked about that. I've been talking about it on YouTube. And he spins up this gyroscope, spins it up, and he says this gyroscope is not affected by gravity. However, it's rigid in space. He said, and he shows you, like he kind of spins it up and all that. You can barely bloody move it. It's stuck. It's solid. So it's rigid in space. But then you've got aeroplanes here that work off exactly the same principle. They spin this gyroscope up and then they calibrate it on ground, and then when it flies, let's say from London all the way to Australia, it should invert, just like you can see it elevation, you can see it fly level, and you can see it descend. It should over 12 hours.
Oh, when it goes into the side of the earth.
Yeah, it doesn't. But you can take your phone that works on the same principle, but works on your X, Y, Z. You can put a bubble level on your phone and you can tip it like that and you'll see that invert. You can tip it over 24 hours and it'll still invert. These pilots that go out and do stunt pilots, it inverts for them when they go over, but it does never invert over a distance of going from here to Australia. That's strange, isn't it?
Well, it is, but if I was cynical, or if I was playing devil's advocate, I could say that because it's putting, like, say, for a stunt pilot plane, it's not designed to do all that stunt piloting, so perhaps it doesn't need it to go long distance. But if an aviation plane, a Boeing,
that's fair enough.
747, it has to go from Australia.
So that's a question to ask then. That's a question to ask. Do they use different ones between a stunt pilot and other planes? Do they use?
You're saying no, they don't.
I haven't checked that out, but it's a question I want to ask. So I considered that, and it's something that I ought to. So I'm going to check that out myself. I will always try and be honest. Find anyone out on the street if I don't know something. Yeah, I don't know. Did you have that one? You've got that one, haven't you? You've got them. I give so many of them out, I forget. But that's just another. It's just this endless preponderance of information. Oh, I must put you onto this one as well. On there, you've got the Flat Earth Moon Zodiac Clock app. For me to watch and all that. Now, shown all videos that we don't agree with. That's what you get shown on YouTube now. So on that app, there is so many videos that you direct links to what we're trying to say. You think of any? I don't know if you come across that. Was that not fascinating? I don't know if you come across it. That's been taken from NASA.com website, and America shrank in 1 year. It's the same diameter, but it shrank in 1 year. That was on NASA's website.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But you've come across CGI rubbish on the International Space Station, so you've seen some of it.
Like, yeah, they say the images or something. It's like you can look at it like I've heard that as in some guy in Astro Place or some company, third party company, they send over the images to them and they do them and then
and make a ball Earth and that.
Yeah, like it's like.
Wouldn't it be easy to just give us a bloody photograph that when we put it through analyze it, it wouldn't show up in Photoshop?
Yeah. It's well, I think the one deep space images, and obviously they get all the telescopes.
Yeah.
That gets the deep space images, whether you think deep space is real or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's the Himawari satellite. The Himawari, it's called. Well, there's another one called Fake in Space on YouTube by Paul on the Plane, and they shows you like a back door of one of the NASA websites, and it shows you all the layers that they use to create all of these pictures of Earth. And put this layer on and this layer on, this layer on, and he shows you this back door. But not only that, he takes all these Himawari images and that, and he runs it through a forensic analyzer and that, and he shows you all the discrepancies and why that they are all fake. That's Fake in Space. Paul on the Plane, Fake in Space. Fascinating.
Yeah. I mean, there is certainly enough stuff you can see about space being fake in essence, or other stuff like I don't know who it was, some random guy was saying something made for the thing, it wouldn't actually stop radiation.
Yeah, well, it's the pressure differential as well. I mean, in a submarine, and you've got the pressure and outwardly pushing against the submarine, like that, and you see them all running around, shutting the doors, and it's really important, and they have all these drills and all that. Space, and they've got these suits. And space is so violent, about 100 times more violent pressure differential of that of a submarine. It's so much more worse. And they got these suits that should rip apart in seconds. That pressure differential, you couldn't contain anything that's in that suit. And when we investigated and say, have they successfully had a man in a vacuum chamber here on Earth when we can't replicate what is meant to be in space?
We can't build vacuum tubes.
Not to that level. We can't replicate it, and yet we've never had any man successfully.
I mean,
they should show that all the time. But what they do show, the buoyancy lab. You've seen the International Space. There's pressure pushing inwards, not a vacuum pulling outwards.
Space is supposed to be pulling out.
Yes. If you remember, they had a hole in the International Space Station, and I believe that one of them put their finger on it to try and block the hole. They've also got pockets of gravity where they're screwing in something and it drops and it goes doing, doing, doing. And I don't know if you've seen the latest image of it was a Chinese. I'm not sure if it's a space station or what, but it's in a Chinese thing, and they're all there with a group photo, and there's a glass of water on the side with water at the bottom, and the segments of the limes and all that have actually run, and they're lying where they should lie in gravity, and they shouldn't have any water lying at the bottom of a glass. We're being told lies. We know we're being told lies.
Yeah, no one, pretty much say there's some sort of lies at some level or whatever,
but if there's lies, no, you're quite right. I get that. No, you get that. When they tell us this many lies, how can we trust the evidence that they're presenting us, all the photographs and that?
That is why I say, I'm not cynical, you see things about, there's a lot about, everything about space, there's always conspiracies, and there's all about, we're not told the truth, or there's extra shit going on, or whatever.
Well, one of them is the gas pressure. I find that interesting. We've got air pressure here on Earth right now. Can we replicate air pressure, gas pressure without a container? We can't that's not possible. And yet we're told that there's a vacuum right above us with no separate, no container. We're told this.
Yeah, I mean, cool. You're saying that there, in essence, needs to be like a physical barrier.
If they're suggesting that there's a vacuum up there, you know, at the how strong that they're saying it is.
I don't really know what the ozone and all this kind of the
No,
stratosphere and all that shit is. I don't know what they're saying.
That's fair enough. Fair enough.
I just assume it's sort of. If I'm thinking about it, I assume that it's like because oxygen has more mass than nothing places, and if the Earth does create gravity, then obviously it's just going to sort of fling around it like you drop a lollipop on the ground and dust sticks to it like that. Do you know what I mean? I'd imagine it just be like that.
So I know here on the street that you're not going to have all the answers and all the arguments, you know, like to back up any belief system, anything that you have that you kind of believe in. I accept that, you know, like random guy on the street. I bet. Did you know that we were going to be here today? No. So
It's funny to come talk to you.
yeah. So, which is really good. I think you'd be pleasantly surprised on what all these people actually are thinking about you right now. Pleasantly surprised.
Well, like I say,
You're asking questions. Yeah. Yeah.
This is one that, and it is one that gets like mocked the most.
Yeah.
And I said to you mate earlier, it's like, you were saying to me, I can't remember what it was, and I was saying like, this kind of seems like the flat Earth one. The way it's portrayed is like it's like a poisoned well.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know that?
Okay.
What I'm implying when I say that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of how the way it sort of is. You know, something that's given out to me just right off conspiracy theories.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's sort of the way I guess this one. And again, it's sort of like no rhyme or reason. I don't think that's the right way to say it because you don't necessarily.
You always follow that by that you know of.
Well, I was going to say exactly, but it's like, that's, fair enough point there. But it's like, I was going to say, if you do have this global cabal of deceivers who want to do this,
Yes.
not necessarily who's to say they're sane and rational anyways, or whatever, right? So,
Yeah.
You know, I like what I say, it's not necessarily want to have a tangible sort of like monetary benefit, like, oh, this corporation made X amount of money off telling you the Earth's flat. It's like,
well,
one of the most embedded conspiracies, everything from Royal Geographical Society to NASA, to the Air Force, to every commercial thingy, to there's people involved.
Yeah.
But we need some kind of.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We're investigating. We're asking questions, and we'll get. But right now, this second, as I always say, no one's been taken to court. We will eventually have the deceivers in court, and we'll get them answered. We'll get there.
And like, when you see the videos from Flat Earth, it's like, there's more Earth around on the land potentially that we're only. We're at a difference. We're in our little sphere of land.
Right.
Landmass or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is, I've heard some people saying stuff like that, but it's like, I don't see how that's controlling anyone because that's more than enough land anyways for people that see it.
About any of this with like family and friends? What do they think?
Well, we don't joke about it's just like you say it like as a thing, as a joke to people.
Yeah.
Like, but it's I'm not seriously well.
You know what? You will struggle like crazy if you actually come to the consensus, like I did, and you decide that that Earth, it could be flat, and if you get to that point,
I'm happy to say right now I can say okay, the Earth's flat because there is how would you say there's enough like sort of potential for doubt in if I take everything, if I take all the claims. Or
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I can, all these claims that you're making at the maths add up. If I go and work them out myself, or I just listen,
that's where you
to
start.
that amount of people and say, okay, fair enough, the maths doesn't add up. Either way,
yeah.
I'm happy to say, okay, potentially it is that, or it is.
Yeah, good.
But I'm also like.
Well, that would be honest with yourself. That you know of at the moment.
Yeah, but not anyone can. I suppose other than the religious argument.
Yeah.
Which makes, and I can see how that would tie into other conspiracy theories.
Okay.
Other beliefs and stuff. But it's still like.
Yeah, well, I see your facial expressions and everything, like where I was. I see all that.
But also because you've got, like I say, you come in almost with some like softer stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, a lot of people aren't ready for this.
I'm almost trying to say to you, like,
yeah.
If you wanted to sell your stuff,
yeah.
There's a couple of holes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. For you, because you're thinking on the logical mind and all that. But a lot of people can't. They just can't get this and don't want to get this, and they'll get that, but they can't get this. This is too much. So it's you've heard the saying, horses for courses. Like I get this more than that. I had one guy came up today. He says, "Yeah, not interested. That's rubbish. But pharmaceutical, they are creating customers. Yep, I get that," and walked off. That's all he did. That's all he said. Hello. I do. It's tied to the vote. It's not going anywhere. But, yeah, should we call it a day there?
Well, I'm just mooching about town.
Right, so I'm going to start wrapping all this. Yeah. Can I get your first name? Make a name up.
No.
Give us your hand.
John Doe.
John Doe. Say goodbye to John Doe. He's asked a lot of questions and he's done amazing. Yeah, good on you. Well done. Cheers, buddy. Jason of the Disbury family. All right, buddy. I'm going to start wrapping up. You see. I hope you guys. He's that's John Doe. And Lisa's been happy. I'm John Doe. No, let's go John Doe. Yes. Yeah, what a great conversation. I like John. He's asked some great questions there. I just hope I've given a seed, just anything. Come on, John. If you're watching this later, I hope I've dropped a seed just for you to check out. Maybe gyroscopes, maybe land that we see too far. There must be something. Just keep pushing at it, keep researching, keep looking at it. Yes, great conversation. I'm going to start wrapping up here, guys. Again, buy me a coffee, come on. I'm being cheeky now, I'm sorry. We have buy me a coffee /Globe Lie. I want to thank each and every one of you for supporting this. We have, yeah, I'm going to start, Harry, I'm starting wrapping up. I'm just going to start. Yes, so I think you guys are amazing. You've kept this on the go. I've got talk to you guys about July. Just think of July next year. I'm not going to tell you what. I will tell you probably in about a week's time when I speak to one or two more people. It's going to be epic. It's going to be epic, guys. I'm buzzing. I'm so excited. I'll be seeing Nora tomorrow. I'm looking forward to seeing you, Nora. And I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you anything what's happening. Yeah, look forward to seeing Nora tomorrow. We've got another coming tomorrow as well. I hope she makes it. You know where you are. We're looking forward to. We've got. You'll have to get in touch with us so that we can, if you need any help, or we're just going to meet you on the street. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, one or two more people looking. I'd like to stop and, give them something, but they can look into a few bits. Oh, let me give you that one. It's my last leaflet.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So, okay. Right. Yes, so see you later, Sven says. Harry says goodbye as well. Yes. So it's a little bit slow today, but we caught one or two conversations and we had a little bit of drama. Someone, why, or, global warming's killing everyone. And so why are you doing this when we should be doing other things? Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. Globely. What's it? Buy me a coffee /Globely. Thank you so much for supporting this. I've just got one more accommodation to fund. So yes, thank you so much for thanking me. Yeah, so we've got one more accommodation to support, and then we're done. I've got enough petrol, diesel, and all that to get home, so I'm all happy with that. So we're in Leeds tomorrow. At 12 o'clock again. Sorry, it should have been 12 o'clock here, but we got tied up with parking and all that. So I will do my utmost best to get there tomorrow. Thank you so much, Tapper, Ricardo, and all you other mods that help with all the links and that, and keeping the globe heads, the globies in check. And you globies, you globe heads, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart, that it's no disrespect. I just haven't got a clue what to call you all. So you're welcome to stick around and that, and chat and come and speak to us and all that. But you've got to be respectful. That's all you got to do, is be respectful, and the mods and all that will be respectful to you guys. So yeah, see you tomorrow. We're in Leeds tomorrow, 12 o'clock. That's it. Catch you later, guys. Thank you so much for them donations. I really do appreciate that, guys. Cheers. I'm saying goodbye. All right, cheers there. Oh, I'll just say, still got a couple of people, and at least you see it. Cheers, Ricardo. FE all. Cheers. Critical Exception. Awesome. Thank you. London Ground. Yeah, coffee and coffee. It's not that hot here today. We've been okay, but I'm looking forward to it. We've got we have Andrea and Dave. They're putting the kettle on as we speak. It'll take us an hour or so to get there. Awesome, guys. Take care. See you tomorrow. Cheers then. Bye.